CareFinder is a real estate company that focuses on property development within the Gambia. We pride ourselves with providing not just quality and durable houses, but also state-of-the-art designs tailored to our clients' tastes and expectations. Our unique experience and expertise is second to none in the industry. We are currently building and selling 3-bedroom bungalows at Sukuta Traffic Lights and Jabang. We're also building and selling 3-bedroom story buildings at Sukuta Paradise. Other sites are also in the pipeline. With CareFinder, payment options are available. With just 40% deposit, you can get your house started. For more information, contact us on 329-5188, 727-0049, 709-8418. You can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram at CareFinder. With CareFinder, you are assured of a secure investment.
assalamu alaikum baɗigol ngali konton kala bisimillahi mowoɓe kerfata jibe ka ñin tembenna allah di grand bantaba programme o min kanale arjuma ni ñin wato sita nga molɓe tentuke jey baki mol mi alon ko walle ka ñin programme o jibe mbafalale ko al bisimillahi ñim programme o to kotake mol mi alon ko ibe gambe bantala ibe gambe banko kan jamba fale ko wala barka bake alkanyim programme o noma e nyamen na sponsor mu CareFinder ti mi alon ko ka korda wa fole ke gambe banko kan janko nka fale nyamen ron CareFinder mudulal ti mi alon ko lanno warta bakele nalta korda sanje al sia korda so no watra album bata ye keno so dula to gambe banko kan jang al laftala dawoda al keno soto la jele watara almam bata woto mo be futa CareFinder korda lori bandi ngoli ka wafile bari man dan woto natara kene kenso ngole be bulu don isitano CareFinder pour ye korda sanje adara ite problem soto la woto mbafula mo be ko alfuta CareFinder science alita korda sanje wala alta la korda lo wichola mi alon ko albela fla wato fengolla woto mutanale ne ani arjuma koten na da mi alon ko ngambol natile mi alon ko ni ka kacha bankola kola gambia banko kanja nyin lokun tambila ku jamalle bije mi alon ko wolle ketal yalon ne political party ol be la congress ke kanne e la congress solu jamal bije de media lonko ya kele APP ning sobeya yela congress kele GPDP itol fana yela congress kele PPP party adabe party ol kono mi alon ko mi bata gambia banko kanja itol fana yela congress kele e nata tariko fanke kela party leader falling for the first time kela incumbent bondi congress ka do kije bari among dang of course am pab wol fana pab fana yela congress kele min keda taborati ate fana yela congress kele kara GDC fana lungol mutale yani party wol mi alon ke bebe parendiro ke kanne dol bi jere du ngam wele wolta baytale follow because min bi je amon koy so mbe wol kacala jande bari mbe kacala fana of course am honorable may fati mi alon ko keta molti mi alon ko akafuta alliance la min keta di National People's Party la min kera President Barola nyaton ka ko adabe kolu kono mi alon ko mba kacala jang of course the draft constitution mi alon ko abota cabinet ya table at the National Assembly lungo mi alon ko député wol demandi be kella jefan wo lungo le bilo nyi nata ya table minority be wala député wol mi alon ko ito leman sia député bungoto wol fang e nata kamfale ka bo député bungoro kabring honorable Suleiman Sahoning speaker min keta honorable Fabakar Tombonjata dunta nyola kodo la mi alon ko le keta no andi National Assembly bari murtanale ne di Grand Bantaba programme olem ñil bebe kala ko leti mi alon ko ni be kacala anin na luntango mi alon ko wole bi jang ñaato demandin dong alba jelale nga luntan jumale soto nene welcome.
Thank you very much, Buba. I'm content to waat rek pour ñëwaat fii nii. Beneen ajuma bu sella. Beneen ajuma bu ànd ak barke ak naat. ak taranga. Pour ñëwaat fii nii rek waxtaan ak askan bi parce que xam nga ñoom ñoo ñu fi tax a toog. Saa yu nekk ñëw waxtaan indi fi waxtaan yoo xam ne. Pour jubluwaay bi mooy yokkute la. ak jëm kanam ak yokk xel ak leeral. Di la jaajëfal suñ boos. di jaajëfal suma xariti xol bi macha allah ndeysaan moom cloram tey toog na and smile bi yëpp daal ñun man ak suma xariti xol bi ba tey ñu ngi sonkorise ok
waaw mane
we are still in our sonkorise moment
and congratulations to all of you for meeting Sonko for the first time no for the second time
am na ko mu ne dama sol gloves dama war a sol gloves dañ ma di ñu dama sol gloves kay te dëgg la pour nuyoo bi bu mu dem
they've already seek Sonko bëggu ñoo seek keneen you know
bëgguma kenn mu water down that
I know right
loolu lañu war a def waaye di ci sant yàlla rek am mbégte ak kontaante xam nga dafa neex nga gëm nit di ko support di ànd ak moom ci jëfinam ba yàlla may ko ci ndam loolu dafa neex ba pare mu nekk koo xam ne xëy na am seen góom-góom seen jubluwaay benn la yëpp ngir lan xeexal askan bi gis ne askan bi seen ak seen yeleef am nañ ko te bañ it ñu noot askan bi so loolu moo ñu dugal ci toppa Sonko di ko support di ko ñaanal ba li xew tey xew waaye li ñuy wax rek lu sotti rek am borom te ku tekki bari ay mbokka moo taxit nag amoon na jamono boo ne Sonko ñu xoolaat la waaye tey boo ne Sonko ñëpp bëgg nañoo Sonko kon everybody is welcome to the Sonko rise moment xam nga ñun soxore ñun iñaanuñ moo tax rek di dalal suma broda boo xam ne bokkuma ko kenn dama see iñaan nag duudu waaw moom ndeysaan aka yàgg aka rafet te continuer di rafet ma naw ko lool ngir xelam ak teeyam ak gëm-gëmam ak wax dëggaam ak dox si li nga xam ne gëm-gëm mooy li jub ak askan bi so moo taxee moom bokk na ci ndaw yoo xam ne ci dëkk bi fii nii sañ naa ko ooyee suma broda sañ naa ko ooyee suma xarit sañ naa ko ooyee suma comrade du ñëpp nag lay ooyee broda du ñëpp lay ooyee xarit te du ñëpp lay jëflanteel ahankay man dama dee cuus waaw du ñu bugg a yëpp ñoo maa jegeñ waaw ahankay ñi ci bokka dama ko wone te du ma ci dee rus du ma ci dee ragal di nuyu ñi nga xam ne ñoo ñuy seetaan di am kontaan te ñëpp ñi call di share the joy you know the fun the excitement with me and suma xariti xol bi di leen wax jaajëf di kontaan si suñ fans yi and everybody else di nuyu borom kër gi ndeysaan moom tam ma kontaan lool ba ko Sonko mitee xàmmee ko ràññee ko you know jaajëfal ko ci liggéeyam kon nag Fatou egg nga doo seen maas doo seen morom doo seen mappandoor yow ndeke sa patt bi dafa am lu mu àndal nit ñi nag buñ ko xamul dañ la war a moytu waaw dañ la war a moytu ma kontaan ci lool suñ ne yaa ngi liggéey fii nii ñu foog ne lu ndaw la waaye ndekete li nga liggéey cross na borders kon di la ñaanal yàlla rek saa yu nekk ma ne la yow duma la ñaanal naka lañ ko waxatee rëy dama la ñaanal gudda fan yàlla bàyyi la fi ba sa liggéey bi nga def mu continuer di law di continuer di njëriñ askan bi waaye nag xam nga sooy bugga xeexa koo xam ne daf la man moo la ëpp doole di ka xas koo xam ne yàlla moo ko teral bugga iñaanee ko xam ne yàlla moo ko may loolu man dama ne yàpp yàlla la te loolu la Fatou àndal so nañ ko bàyyee rek ore MC comme naxari na kalaamee yàlla war nga jël ndox bu sedda naan yàlla ko may yow na sa jaama yàgga Fatou
thank you so askan bi ñoo ma yónnee si MC ak Nene that they should reveal luñ doon wax Sonko who should I start with okay Nene
ñu ne la
what was the conversation between you and Sonko no tey da nga reveal
waxal ma askan bi ne bëgg naa leen lool waaye kilifa wu mel ni Sonko
ana MC Rena
du doo ma dimbal
MC conversation bi
moom dañ ko yóbbante
exactly thank you yóbbante la déplacement liggéey
waa léegi
so
waxal ma leen ne
léegi yow yaay wax ak askan
bëgg naa leen lool waaye nañ ma baal rek wax ak kilifa gu toll ni Sonko doo génne
nga yow waruloo na njëkk a wax dama waroon a start ak MC at least MC convince ko neex na MC mun na laa wax exactly waaye léegi ne faa joxe mistake aw baala MC nuyo
maa ngi laa gërëm di la sant bu baax di ndokkale Kër Fatou bu baax ndax may ndokkale Kër Fatou mooy suñu bàyyi xel jamono bu nga xam ne Sénégal ñu ngi si métti Kër Fatou dañoo joxoon plateforme Pastef tey El Malick bu nekk speaker of the assembly Sénégal bi Kër Fatou ñoo ko jox interview time bu nga xam ne moom sax mënut a génn Sénégal ñu ngi takkatangaam bi du Fatou ñoom def na ay interview yu bëri nga xam ne liggéey waxtaan ak doomi Sénégal yi nekk si réew mi ak si àdduna bi yëpp jamono wu kenn espéré wul ne sax Pastef nañ jël dëkk bi métti woon na trop waaye taxul obbi su nga xam ne li amoon Sénégal tam Kër Fatou ñoo ko doon gën a pousse so kon tey su ne ba léegi Gambien am na kenn ku mën a waxal buñ posé Fatou si Organising Gambia am benn waaye mën nga gis nga comment yi mën na ma gis nga ñëpp ñi ngay war a def ko di saaf because fu métier la taxaw so kon nit ki dafa da ngay ànda si digga dafa métti ànda digga ànda pour xeex justice tam bi day yomba wala fu mu jaar nga am góom-góom mais lii lu maa ut nii man def ma ko pour dara def ma ko pour connexion def ma ko pour am lu ma dama gis ne ni ngeen jaay doole nit xam nga koo jaay doole ma jóg taxaw support ko kon loolu ñu bëri war nañ si di jàng dama ko dee wax bu baax every time ma ne nguur bu mu dee xool mbii bi ne ñi ay opposition leen wala ñi sa farlewul ma because tey yow mun nga ànd ak nguur nga am media nguuroo mun na faa génn tey loolu Sénégal ñu xam ne ñu àndoon ak Macky Sall si ay media houses tey ñu ngi sonna even advice yi ko sax mënuñ koo am so loolu dafa jar ñu ne bàyyi xel bu baax ñu emale ñëpp fii laa ko waxoon fii last time si Grand Bantaba fii bu gars yi Pastef yi nekkee fii ak gars yi NPP ñoom Talibou di ñaawal gars yi Pastef bi tey boobu ñu ngi si problème mu ne ko Talibou àdduna óorut te ñooy ñaawal nit ëllëg mu ne nekk nguur te lu ma ko waxoon tey moo am so keroog sax moo taxawee gars yi Pastef yi ak ñoom Sonko am na ko wax bu ne kii waxoon na sax ne leen bàyyi suñu xel ne tey opposition bi mën a nekk nguur ëllëg so ñaawalante yi waru faa nekk kon ñu ngi war ne rek ne di ndokkalee Kër Fatou bu baax nekkul ne wala li Pastef bon ci ko xam ne yaa ngi si réew mi fii sax jaay la doole ñoom dañ di génn ak fu mu bàyyi mu nekk ba yaa ngi si ruling party bi oo si opposition bi dañ génn kooba ko fas seen xalaat waaw so kon loolu lu am solo la di nuyu itam suma xarit xool nee ne di ko ndokkale bu baax because moom itam xam tam di support Ousmane Sonko nekkul pour mu xam ko pour dara dam lay wax ne sax ne wan Ousmane Sonko jaral na ma taxaw si naaj su boobu gis jaral na ma waaw so nekkul dama ko def di ko soog pour
so 24 48 hours is a pinch of salt
so yooyu moom waaw dama foog ne yooyu jaral na ma ko because lu tax moo ko xeexaluma ko pour mu jox ma xaalis pour mu xam ma dama doon gis ne am na ku nekk si Sénégal ak Gambia di ka ndoor leen te luy raam Sénégal mun na raam Gambia so loolu ñëpp si war a taxaw pour gis ne luy wata mun a am tey ñoo xam ne tey ñoo doon ñëw doole jaay doole ñoo xam ne tey su ko Sonko yi fii tey ñoom ñu am gàcce ñoom si boo sax suñu taxawee ñoom sax dañ leen day gis seen yaram yi ñu xam ne am na loo xam ne ñu ngi ko fii so kon lu ma tax dafay arama rek ne bàyyi xel ëllëg waaw noo mën a àndaa neene sax bàyyi xel ne tam duuru jatam traité noo seen nooy maslaayee moom ba bul nekk ni waaw man neene laa ànduma duuru ja su ko defee dara sama amu ci problème déedéet loolu óorut waaw wanteem ñu ngi nuyu Gambien si yëpp di ndokkal la ñu xam ne ñoo organise sommet bi nga xam ne amoon na fi because Gambie Sénégal bi benn la waaw képp nga dem bàyyi sa morom foog naa ne Gambie si géneen tam ku nekk dafa welcome di prime ministre tam di nuyu suma bro tam Doudou Dia di first time bi toog si programme di waxtaanee mbiri réew lu nga xam ne pour liggéey réew la bokkuñ parti bon kenn ku nekk rek wax sa xalaat am nga ko yóbbu réew mi si kanam moom tam yi si opposé dañ dee ànd si benn xalaat bu nga xam ne xëy na waxtaan bi mooy yóbbu réew si kanam di nuyu itam borom kër bi ko nee ne waxtaan mooy Fatou dama ko dee sonal trop mu ne xam nga yow moom da nga di sas bu ko trop yow lu nekk rek yow wóorewuloo rek nga si war a génn waaw su ma ko waxee mu ne ma MC dara man def naa la wax def jeex na man
Fatou diplomate
waaw di ko yooyu man maa ko di pusam pour fajar damaa wax télé maanaam moom ba sonna waaye ba tey duy nangu waaw di bu wooyu tamit laa gërëm bu baax tam si liggéey bu xam ne yaa ngi koo def tam si loolu bi tam suñu gan bi tam grand Bantaba toogu bi moom bëri dañ ko dee daw waaye di ma rawoon ne am di ma ne woon am recording benn political leader bu nga xam ne joxoon na cadeau mu ñëw ba si biir mu daw last minute si waaw moom mën a ñëw di lay nga xam ne mën naa boo gaaju di fi ñëwaat suñu koolee ne pour ñu dugal ko si line bi du am waaw
kooku mu ne dañ ko war a bind léegi
waaw
you have to write
waaw moom su ma ne yow assez yow ko nga nekk si waaw mais ko demee waaw man musuma gis parti dina Gambie sax ko xam ne lu kes na nga bind so démb ba si last minute yi ñëw so war naa bugg accès yoo ko doon jox muy call téléphone dugal si line bi loolu jaru ko su bëggee ñoo nañ toog waxtaan ak daal waaw
thank you so much Lou welcome
Awarga baake eten to jeje ya programme to bote ke anoda Bantaba berla be dawda ba kontonna du programme wala kabitel bella sista kontonna nene ba te to la ba jay la baba baake la brother MC Jam kunun nem abanti biti sural kamem fo anda bo yaga bitegala dum be sewola ko dawda na luntam ba fana ba jala ba fa itani la ngato to mandi nene ni MC ya bele ko be fellala o kam base kan na daron time o tije ko setante ka jase keno
thank you so much barka bake talibo bi man na bari abe murana nyala kiditala next week ablay be kafla mon la nyaato demanding don alba jara ablay bojang letale demanding talibo dun tara provinces la kaf talibo ko nyifata ta polio campaign la ma talibo la kol shara so next week alba jela abe murana ne abinala ni ala kidita be dun wala fe na dum programme o kono ba commencer la kan luntango dun di programme o nga min soro dum ali alone diaspora call every year nit ñi wato sita donc e canale pour itol fana e futay la dimba yalla jang bari sai tintingi be siari mbaki gambe banko kan jang wala tuna ngirol fana nati Bob Touray ngatele soro watelem United Democratic Party la diaspora campaign and organizing secretary ngatele soro ja nabe kacala ko do la mi alon ko abe dending diaspora ko la anin gambia ko la nabe kacala wala Bob welcome
baraka bake gajigo baraka nene baraka MC baraka dudu benna kontondro talamba kerke lamba de la sutiela ne alan kon do malum fatu pour ka nana jang bi don foloti pour nana media of this magnitude kana ko face and then personalities on dalta la keje manga ko manjari ka nene je momo ka nene jibe il faut alan kon nene manke sise dun tumote ite mari nyanta wolo dal so pour kana ka nene face
ganar bu
yena ya jale pour kana ka nene face wo nyama wote easy la bagani MC nen dudu
ata easy la
hani
ba bribe kan ni ada work la buka work most of the time so work it didn't work for a lot of people so
yum buka molle kono min yalon ko alhamdulillah yaje nenet mak do fo jam dudu jala ko to kuma kumare ba momu menti ay wala fama onon dudu jadi safalo ko ni dudu jaman tara particular pare ko dudu ja manke mo mi yalon ko ay principle so hani wote andum ay hadama yalon te wo wala da wati don defan ka jakale dudu be taranno e product of merchandise la timo ko no nyaadi la wo kan jakale ba kala kende ame nyami wo kan jakale ba wo kan gajigo kontanta bake kana jang ke la nyim bu nyaani ta.
Thank you so much. Ngete to geje baki. First lafta nga kumase dameng. Al natale this time al nata differently. Ale press conference ke press conference o nyeng pour munem.
Yo kona kalam do nyaming sometimes back very important in Spain. Another idea conceived ko lafta pour que diaspora homecoming le fenam for the first time. So haje mini yalon ko gambe digol min be diaspora do sinana jang aninna partners min bijana the parent body nyem pour se nyo hadamaya se nyo long bawo ku jamal tambita amirol bije pour kay kacha me kacha no so ko science nana ba na eventol londi isajen ni se kacha patiela courant mimbe elmen mimbe patiela isajen sa try pour que medication nyinae iba jela ko nte nyo faham wo mu kulal so on the 28th la kada the opponent yenti wala tenena commencer ning press conference la katandi molla lafta ka mineke during the course of from the 28th to the 5th of January na kiwol nyam on Friday bidu mboro Friday la narata pipeline patili dale korato pour que alquran karam kaje ka duwa mole mene alon ko ibena patiele kono andi ifata na patiele ni ya understand ya kalamu da kono mol ben kono de diaspora fanan mene alon ko mo kende balu ibanta so andi nende kela na fulo dundi na patiye nyen kono kon se duwe fo alman satalla se arjana o daye ani mini ya lon ko fan e benim gambia jang i banta regardless of status whether for mu rank and file or they have ranks within but it's a duwe i beye fo ala se jannatul firdausi dila wala tina na commence jumalu ni wola
okay al nata commence yaning so albe even jamale kala I understand that. But saying lafta ka commence la diaspora la kola alka kudi jamale dundi in the United Democratic Party and lu ñim metale you know sanji jamala albenyel keka but party o ñim mantara win kan mantara electoral win kan so why are you pumping all this money in UDP mol be mi faka wala min diko albe korol pompe kan but United Democratic Party what is the problem munem problem what
no nte eta follow no jang ka accept control mo win from since the inception of this political party nte personally nte believe like UDP like a win.
What do you mean covering Jamila time?
Hani bring Jamila time. If you remember 96 election after the military takeover, I mean we have all seen. So Jarol at that time nte maji kito le ganyeta water. Mom believe. Now fast forward. Nananam 2021 election boda nyemi kono take. A small country like the Gambia. Kare fight telefula. I believe 1,000,000% control le gagneda and na kodo na do dani ma fay min mo ko de wala nyinde ko na alifalle so de mi alon ko e man la fe pour yel tama yelo kan kadum state house ko no wala tin ba nim banko do lo mama o keta because tilibulo nya il faut nyaade yela victory da ya su nyay bulo kon be ya jale di after mat nyeng min keda local government elections te I want handile moto dinaila no so I believe ko yes na kodo ni na dundi damin I evidence din na la wolo nyete ko pour que banko nyinta ka fali andon to la kodo na min dundi 2021 ntoli wo sotole bari min ke da wolo nyindi ba on ko ning jalo singo be fora kan min be singo be fora kan wala na fora on ta ya fili ndin kundu bari ganye kan tol ganye da
sa en fo muntuma iko kabrin jammela time alka kodo dundi le but atolle ka win bari bu ka wino di
yes
baro fana nada 2021 alko atolle win
baro dandale
almam wi how
dandale sai
nyadi
this time around yes
according to you are made happen kan
happen tale yes I agree ko happen tale
so alba iko dandale nyadi
dandale because this time around we'll make sure ko will defend our votes with all costs
how
wala ndiko to look for min be diaspora we will come here we'll get ourselves registered we'll also get ourselves to be pulling agents this time around melanko ite minke dum bartes what happened no you know illegal immigrants pour ka fa ko pour ka ulta wol ye silo di wala pour wala carte pay inshallah wota kala because some of us we have engagement with stakeholders even in foreign countries katande la ko nyim mini de keri Gambia la problem o nyim mu Allah mo la citizen le kake andi the assurance me so wala bulo ko atande la ko min kala no wota kala ko rek.
So what people are saying is ñu modol bijeli mi alon ko milka dunnam pour kana carte fa wol fana mu Gambia non let natal be bola nang diaspora kana carte o fay munatin na Gambianol milbe Senegalite dunnola pour kana carte o fay Gambia ja
Gambian citizen bona fat Gambian citizen je right so la carte
but how are you going to identify ko ñinde bona fayte or not if they are having the voters card
ntol be boda cordal le kono be boda tundol le to for example nte boda bako de yanne mi mu bako de ni na jibe nte fon bal ko de ne manke bako de ngoti kadum nene boda cordal le kono abota corramento defende de wol balon ko nene mo ba ko de ko ba mangi ba ko ne ko you understand so de ata ko lunta wol na min ya lon ko mu banko manke banko dingol de e ka tay ka buka kayti baraka ma fonde ka attestations la dila jamal ka do attest wala alkalol te min ya lon ko wol be government la interest ibole safka so every good citizen inyanta minkira wala nyinde ko you have to make sure ila banko la sovereignty kana so lunta way wod determine ila sovereignty should be determined by yourself not an outsiders and that is what has happened in this country wala kada nyi banko kanjang lunta wala na sovereignty ta ya deciding wala dembe tolof nyi konote.
What is Barrow doing so wrong that Ali Aberako UDP is the right party or the right people to come to power?
Oh my God. Yo kany mom so foja ne birin science for fun okay. Look. Ndabara banko men kan ndabara Finland. I've lived in Finland for more than 3 decades. More than 3 decades. Ni nalon ne je jada kende abe nyame wo banko nyinkan. Karamola sembo be nyame wo banko kan. Balu Kenya, balu la quality be banko kan nyaminte. Je ba yena ni banko kan jam. Nyumma sakuna bri sita. Ye goodwill means soto from 2016. Ya be squander.
But Bob, Finland ni jam killing, the economy killing, you know, it's completely different.
Well, ning atrako you are familiar with the Finnish.
A developed country and a developing
history,
country is.
Ibajala ko every Western countries like trend yela development of stand and daming for kanana. 50 years ago, near Finland, they probably just like here. But minimum leadership le shoto, the more shoto me ananko they are dedicated to their country. Kaje ko na banko la fel purna ay na samba another level. Go to Poland. I was in Poland on work trip. Poland be nyamin kunu ngani biya be nyamin amang killing. You understand? Baro ite ko baro proof akamene ke so wrong. Va corruption is so rampant in this country. Corruption it kills. Corruption ka move far. Or in other countries, near Mumuta corruption like countries like in China. Jang, Jata Kendia Benyadi la Jang. Go to hospital like few days ago, Mula Kata Lopitanoto at Furadaje at Tramul Belarin Duma. Gambia Jang. Airport a few days ago, Plano na Gambia Jang, Amanjino Gambia, Talaji Senegal. Ibo banku sifa kumandula no nyale ka ko develop kane. This is a failed state. The country is failed. We are in the doldrum currently in the situation of Benjamin Banko Kanja. The Banko billahi wala tell. If we don't rescue this country is going. It's going to be it's going to be like Haiti. Look, drug is taking over this country. In the neighborhood of Fongoted. I have young boys now going to abuse. Every day, secretary you can know bane, you know, so be kelela je, and so you know, waste rampant everywhere. More than tolo kono ila cornal tema was jeton ni sepa so ila korra bunda ma fangola jang. So this country is not doing anything to help the youths.
So now, mo jamal memvo if natra ile mimbe fo jabe kere changes nyanda kila.
Yeah.
The opposition le nyanda kana together. Now people believe ko party killing te baro bondino la jang, including UDP. Do you believe this?
Nal nako unity is strange. Ma wo dispute. But in fact, mon political party sifal le be banko kanjang. Like for example, a party like for example ko GMC, my good friend Maila party.
Me fertilizer.
Mama mo soto.
No more babule.
No, come on. Ay fana way. Me alon ko kabiro la mole shade la mole be in fact.
Yeah, but how do you move la molem?
Yeah, but go ne di kabakele di podikele bonde ocean ko na man fenti ya babala. Yeah, min gambe min bi gambe la ko bala fa wata ba.
But don't you think wo mistake wala also that NPP they are ready to take everyone along. But UDP you alka jibele ko nyi don party ndengol you don't need it.
No, buba, you see NPP na ta nyamen to this 2021 fonko mbe alo ne min keta. NPP ma gagné ni lo political merchandise al di betu je ma win.
A lot of people join.
No,
a lot of parties are independent.
Sorry, nene la former party ni siye. Mo le bol buloko. They have nobody. Ye minke wala nyindi ko they wanted to ascend to power. Ya bodi ya londi wala kama. You understand? It hamada wala. Imagine saying BB the main fiddler in that government is only Sisi. Lafta minna wala soto. Alafta le pour kata ye lanyo ka may fanan wala keda batale keda You understand? Nene fere jan ninga badada jabi da sila America. Very easy. But saying my father abi hala mandol. He have no hope for survival.
Why is a lawyer?
Ina je kidid la.
Yeah, akara kiti yola la kesul babulle.
Lo
fam babulle. Akara kiti yola. Me fura la maila ko.
Hani fuaro. Ye fuaro ye banko ya kudumu be bulo kono.
Okay. Me fura la maila ko. But don't you think is high time UDP?
Parce que dañoo CA te boole wuñ ma fa.
We were in CA, so of course we are CA when to do that.
Yalla na mine se na ye siri moto la ka.
Understand nga? Man dama dee bëgg ñu fàtte ba dañ ma fàtte.
Duñ la muso fàtte de. So what do you think of UDP? Al ñanta atol fana ñanta al kamil kumandi party ndingol al ñante welcome lale
Inshallah
the UDP so that also electoral contest no pour aller gagner recently nga jele ko walning Esa Fall le benyola and Esa Fall ngala congress jele mi alon ko le kera fara fanya a lot of people mo jamal le fintraje
mo jamata
Esa la bolo obi
ama jamata
I saw a lot of people. We sent a reporter there and I've seen the crowd.
Ibe ko bibi Esa le but mantra for paplo APP ba
No, you go
it's
aban me wala de
so side it is APP and
Sobeya APP alliance.
It's a well name la crowd min kada bu ko zoni so
I understand that they've changed it now. At the IEC is a party now.
Okay.
Is APP Sobeya party now.
That's the name of the party.
That's the name.
Ntole as a party man jitu mola UDP ne buka jitu mola UDP yalo ne ko parti bukata hadama dingol koma parti ka baluni hadama dingol la UDP ye wo londe. You understand? But ntol fana ntol to sonna nyinna ko a small vous yenana pour ka decide dol kan tol determine control yenta min kala nana na join together ne mi soro je pour na banko le falen tol bebe nyin kono le mantra place ngi la je be banko le fe nana na la nyoka na banko falen nim banko la falimo wala ne ite parti nyi lo nana ba ne ta ko de place nyi lo la taita place nyi ni
But remember nyin nana nem problem modi why can't hana al warta nyawanya you can go and meet them equal and I listen to my ako I think NPP made a negotiation yeah approached them several times and he meeting all totally before abe kafula NPP is bigger than GMC but it tata kamale don't you think if UDP be sitting a kafo party or le mimu party ndingol atole nyantana la because ndole warta do you think ko itol fanam binal don't you think al nyanta approach change la to what
the approach is change among andu hani biri no wala bembulo kono ntolu min bembulo kono wala nyinde ko ngo ndel funk of molele hani kono fon yesterday that model la programme ngo let's stop talking to ourselves let's talk to people outside minala kay mantra na parti nyen kono because I cannot convince MC pour que da fena nyen parti ko because tani MC be mu UDP ko le nse min ke da wala mi dala randu du ja no kan du ja nanan na parti do boja nanan na parti do nsida nene nanan na parti do nse wala keno banda fa la nyiye ko nanan na parti do to le bo ke kan ba den ka damin foy wala nyindi ko may ye circumstances la so wala samba NPP may manda NPP asawola boto kenzo ngabuka lono buba bimbe jinjamano min ko de Gambia be nyamente Gambia is a serious problem fenti jang bata balobe ko laare ne ni may laftal la men flamboyant lifestyle la babulo kono ani garabul baldu you understand say ni ngata ko de manta do ko you have no other income say be bo sawala no nyaadile you have those kind of political parties in this country nte modi jele I don't have to name names mina lon ko fal no ko balole be ko laare bulo wala NPP ba ni ngata ka manke wodi ni ngata ka manke wodi to nyata wodi dal no NPP Gambia kono jom wallahi I can tell you mote bulo kono Gambia currently wallahi billahi tallahi
no more be
wallahi mote bulo kono ibe interest no kan pour que to survive
but you know what they have APRC yes they have
fundamental for Duduja ko Duduja la makamo ning ala character ni way pour que tara APRC way wo supersede because mini bi ade achelon ni wala be jira interest la wala man tan dudu wala ji
ko NPP mom molle soro on ko le foye ko ye mol soro le they have APRC they have CA they have GMC they have GPDP and it will form la mol wol be mo molle
buba CA mo de CA bulo ko no mo de CA bulo ko buba you know yalla wala problem mo de nza si jana nin dudu janko dudu na political party lo ata hanin tol fong na so fong ko na multi yemi al ko albenno kan wolle be caring ni IEC la il faut y rules min lande ni yo follow non political party jama be bolbe digi restala official label ko namara be IEC la rules konal because dudu benum interparty le ande namara sansa be gele IEC luwal min londe fodo wolbe te be wole follow kam imanta no follow kam wala na me yeah imagine
There was a time we had an event and these issues were raised and the current vice chair
of the
right?
IEC?
Koli is the vice chair, right? The vice chair, I think I personally posed that question. Why is it that there are rules, set, but those rules are not followed through? And his response was, oh, you know what, we're just trying to be lenient because if we follow the rules, a lot of people are going to be found wanting. Like, seriously? Seriously? that was the response. And they know the parties who are in violation of almost, if the rules are rules 1 to 59, there are some of them who are in violation of rule from 1 to 58.5. Possibly it's 0.5 that they have fulfilled, that is to register as a political party. But anything else after that, they are not in compliance. But the IEC feels that, and then they gave the example, you saw when we had issues with NCP then, some time ago, it was just too much.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So never been for a saying. Let's go to my Fatila quarter straight.
Right.
Despite we've seen some of the people along so saying my fele akafuta barola with this, they call it a grand coalition in 2026. Don't you think it's a threat to UDP?
No, I can tell you without any idea of doubt, UDP will march as the winner of 2026 election, inshallah, Rabbi. Banko, but the people want change. People are going to vote for poverty. People are going to vote for health, because health condition on better. People are not going to vote for carry. No, we are going to vote to elevate ourselves from the poverty. But any genuine, sincere person, to join together with UDP. And we know there are parties there, they will come and join us. You have other parties, will have a soul. You understand it?
You will not accept those parties?
No, I'm not going to accept them. Go, we'll have to solo. Honey, will know can the number of follow politician or dole invite ya kali asabeletarola. Politician maybe imam mo, wolf from mo, ni wolf from like near different behavior from Atanilako, Hamga I toy, make a politician. We have those kind of politicians. We have those kind of politicians in this country. Toilet. So you don't invite us to do understand? So you will go for
I never knew that Bob is this brutal. Musa Jack and Coach Pasha should be watching the show. No, I really thought Bob was this fine gentleman, easygoing.
Now, the other problem that you have is, now everyone is observing the United Democratic Party, who is coming. As a standard bearer. That is a problem.
When the time comes, you see, the past flag bearer discussion is kind of tearing us apart because we are not yet there. Don't we have a leadership? We have a leader. At the time, the leader to flag bearer. We are not yet there.
Otombundula yamira UDP problem soro.
Hani problem kali soro la. UDP benna kadu lañ am.
Do you believe ko pabi nyanda tenden na lani sai?
Well, ala decision o is ninga lafta pour ka tende aba to le kala je ninte fana la fremben to le kala je. And don't rule it out. You have people mina lonko, ibe interest la pour ye to je. Ni momay la to je. Democracy lo what? You are not in politics ka for you not for the sake of to be a follower or tail. No. You have to advance.
Okay, I want to ask this, Janimbina Nyilika. I'm coming to you next.
Right.
This is the last question.
I just wanted to interject. What would you say to people, because you asked, okay, about the flag bearership in UDP, Benacado.
Well.
What would you say to people who said no, if they hear you and they say, no, I don't believe UDP, Benacado. Because when this whole debacle of who is going to be the flag bearer, who is going to succeed, you know, Uncle Usenu should step down or whatever. And you call yourself a Democratic Party as the name, you understand, says. But why was it a problem? And a lot of people were ridiculed, were lambasted, were chastised, were character assassinated for manifesting their
support for another individual.
Their choice to say, Uncle Usenu should not be the candidate. It is time to bring, as they call it, the young people. And you have a whole lineup of individuals, they were being named as potentials. But then we see a whole resistance from a whole section group of people say, we cannot talk about it. Anybody that wants to talk about it, say, no, put it on the side. So if you're saying Benacadula, understand that, and it's a Democratic Party, I don't expect everybody should agree on decisions. The majority's decision should stand and everybody will respect it and go with it. But also other people's views and opinions should be respected. But what will you say to people who look at it and feel like, no, people's opinions were suppressed because it differed with what other people wanted? And that's why that whole conversation was just put to rest.
Man, like I told you, man, I come from Finland. Man hamna luy democracy. Ku nekk da nga am sa right ne dama support Buba Gajigo or dama support Dudu Jah. Kuku right am la.
Okay.
Understand nga? So people should be allowed to voice their opinions. Since the name the signify bopam ne man, we are Democratic Party, we should allow divergent views. We cannot suppress. Now, the decision bu nga waxe ni fofu fuñ ko day jëlé moy ne ñu nga xamne man dama óolu ne Buba moo ma represent si decision making body boobu kon de man suma cadre man lu ma bugga laa war a wax Buba ne demal nga represent ma foofu te man lii laa bugga bu de su nekk waxtu boobu jotul man naka laa mun a waxee ne waa léegi tey ñu taana kan moo ñoo represent like mun naa dem boo fulano ndeko ni waxtoo siita December 20 next Congress, we are having our Congress soon, but that is still going to be an elective one. Soon go ame, nina osodo. Then there we can decide. Zavoko, Jamal, no, Usenu lafta, I are talking. Ning Samba lafta, I are talking. Pata lafta, I are talking. Ni Jamaya fai me, well, the Ganela, and now long, Dankenata Yenako. Near Momo Keji, Pati baby Bula Mari and Noka. Nlata Wallen. Okay. But yes, you can bear boxley, in the boxley, you get team tole. Bandana for Moy combat team Carlin. Yes, yeah, Safele, social media is there. You combat team Carlin, but a Mandana for Moy combat Danu. But say,
which team were they insinuating that you
are? Man, my team Talib.
Oh, okay.
UDP Finland chapter chairman Bob Touray is team Talib.
Okay.
Yes. You have been one so-called Kida Hydra. Man,
Talib, man,
but okay, like, man, one name, but the little man, it doesn't bother me. Man, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, man, opinions, right?
Man, I'm not just like ne dama dogodo sigana politician because man hamna the politician today bought of my bread.
Right.
Man, jadut man man my can also what I can do. Man, I dama they fall it.
So saying, do you believe ko natra any party man kafal? You think UDP alone can win 2026?
We need people to come and join us.
But let's say ko moment join
But no,
I'm talking about party ndingol like mil fakante ko party ndingol. You saying ko most of them require more.
Party ndingol because what all
do you think UDP the mass 2026?
Wallahi UDP the my 2021 win le jang. Do it en be nyala jang 2021. Ya gagné janne. Ya gagné de. Yeah.
But in 2021 woman can know UDP Damati because Bibi Dabo joined it.
Yes.
And Marisol joined.
Marisol, yes.
Yeah, I think those two parties came over to you guys.
Exactly. In Adelaide, and they did the wonders in Adelaide. And I hope so. Marisox will join us, and then BB will also join, and other parties will join us. I'll call on Tabora Mane to join us as well. It is that Kajeko, you know, we need people, genuine, not political merchandisers, like the CEA and the moral, these moral guys.
Okay. Nene, my join NPP. They call it the Grand Coalition with APRC, GPDP, CA, and my money, their ideologies with NPP is the same. That is among the reasons why they joined the National People's Party. What is your reaction to this?
Now, of course, I have a reaction, but I just wanted to comment on Bob's statement of they've always been winning elections, and the last was 2021.
Yes.
Now, I don't even want to go way back, but let's just go back to 2021. I mean, I'm not the residing officer, returning officer, they call returning officer, but also sometimes then they were the not speak because of emotions or anything else, but substantial and evidential, you know, statements or proofs or whatever. They always want, I think we really need to get past that, still holding on UDP win election, UDP win election 2021. Because at the end of the day, after the elections, right, we saw UDP came out with evidence and took it to the Supreme Court, right? Okay, if you look at those documents, not page for page, word for word, but you can sufficiently see things that you can tell, oops, how did this thing happen? It's not supposed to happen. But now where I have a problem is, why after the elections? And that's where I have a problem. And that's where I always tell, you know what, I think we should just put this thing to rest, count our losses, and then work on strategies to avert same happening. Because this is healing process, you have to acknowledge the problem, you understand, and also acknowledge responsibility, your own part responsibility being to play, then you start to look for a way forward. But so neke in denial, banya accept ne yow contribute nga ci problem bi am, yow bokk nga ci problem bi am, nga fogg ne problem bi dudu rek la wala bojang rek la, then you will never heal. The same thing is going to repeat again, and I think that is where the UDP is at, and they need to get past that. You understand? Hang on, because evidence is you know. You see, election is a process. It's not only the day that the votes are casted, right? I will agree with you. In Totone, they have registered people who are not Gambians, because my own family house in Latrikuna, there is somebody who is a Guinean who came and working and lived renting in a house of a chairman of NPP. The person was registered through attestation, and he had a voter's card, and he voted. I made a whole fuss about that in Larikuna. But it's only me and Nene, you know. If the person voted for was seen to be affiliated with the opposition, trust me, something would have been done. Trust me, something will take it up. But the person was inducted by the ruling party, the NPP guys or whatever, and he voted so ken lu ci def la fayda. So because of man gis na lolu first hand, xam na ko nono, duma mëna tok te yow so mané amna benen foreigner buñ register mané la du diga. You understand? But again, now the question is, how many foreigners were registered that if they did not vote would have still changed the results? Because the margin was huge. It was huge. Right? So how many of the foreigners did they register that if those people were stopped, right? Or according to the evidences, the UDP am won court. So you one as invalid votes. Would it have changed the results at all in any way? That's also a question that we really need to be honest.
I believe that would have changed the result, because you say Nene.
Wait, man, I'm just asking a question. I don't know. I'm just asking.
No, I will give you time, Ibinal.
Okay. I don't know the exact number of those in terms of what you submitted to the Supreme Court or what you had. You understand? But I mean, I'm telling you, one person that I authoritatively can tell you evidently that has happened.
Right.
You understand? A lot of people, UDP, have been saying that. But the question is, why not query or question it when it needed to be questioned? Because there was not a revising court. You know, nothing was done at a revising court. But you waited until after the elections. You understand? You guys came up with all those things. Now, I'm not even going to comment about the court or whatever the procedures. That's also, you know, the other people doing that. But now, Madam saying, instead of just saying, we have been winning, you have won, but it did not take you to the State House. Now, sit back right? And have a reality check among yourselves. And try to make amends with all those flaws and lapses to ensure next time what you're supposed to do, gen def ko bangen ko waré def. Li ngeen wara wax gen def ko bangen ko waré wax. Li ngeen wara change gen change ko bangen ko waré change. The other thing also is this issue of naka lañ ko waxatee sax ñi am nañ nit ñi amuñ nit. It's a thing, it's a matter of politics, right? And we always say, you know, even one vote can make a difference. And therefore, everybody, you know, matters.
Counts, yeah.
Now, you will agree with me, Barrow is not my cup of tea.
Yes.
But one thing I will give Barrow is his way of accepting everybody regardless. Barrow will dig into the bottom of the pit. You understand? To pull out something that is going to take him from step 9 to step 15. Even if he has to turn back and put you back in the pit, mom, now, I will question because it's a matter of morality here. You understand? There are certain things I will not accept, I will not do. Because marnan do watahanan put it. But politicians will tell you it's a matter of politics. There are no permanent friends, permanent enemies. I don't believe in that. That poor man that is deceitful. But UDP has a lot of work to do in terms of being open, in terms of being accommodating, in terms of being tolerant, in terms of being, you know, respectful to people's ideas and opinions. We can coexist. We don't have to agree, but we can coexist. Because hagna suñ jubluwaay benn la. Mun nañoo ñaaka bokk yoon waaye suñ eggee mun nañoo bokk ñu liggéey. Ding ma soxla la. So those are all works that the UDP can do. Now moving on to
Yes.
I see the move as a big hustle strategy.
Great.
Right? Somebody who's in a hustle, and you see the need, okay, this one can make it up for me, and then you just go there. Now we go. Results can get you in the room, but it takes character to keep you in the room. The same Mai was in the room once and was out. The same Mai was in the room a second time and was out. So I want Mai to tell me, getting into the room the third time, what are you going to change? What difference are you going to make? Why would I believe you deserve to be in the room because you're going to bring some difference? I have a problem. I want that to be answered. Because Linga Warek, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. You know, exactly. And again, this thing of Barry would need, Barry would need, Barry would need. It's in politics in terms of numbers. Yes. Let's look history back. Lan la may def understand nga loo xam ne mun nañoo wax ne it's people centered. It's for the betterment of the people instead of self. How many times have you been able to contest and be able to win? Because if you yourself cannot even win a parliamentary seat, I doubt if you can win a presidential seat. It has to start somewhere. You know, you have to show me. And if you're not able to show me, you know, definitely I doubt it. And like I said, President Barrow will welcome everybody else.
All right.
Well, it depends on your bargaining power. Because we've seen people go to President Barrow. Some of them were received at the State House. Some of them were received at the Political Bureau. Some of them were received at the houses. So is it a matter of levels? Is it a matter of your power? Is it a matter of what you can do?
No, the president was not here at the time. He was
that's
out of the country.
excuse.
Go ahead.
Why couldn't they have wait until the president comes back and then they do it? Hi? Toy?
He was out of the country.
No, man, suma wala na makapaga.
MC, go ahead.
Did you expect anything else from
No,
MC?
no, I didn't. UDP.
You have to tell us you're d'accord, MC. Come on now.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead.
So, si election bi 2021 time boobu maa ngi GDC maa nekkoon di vice president of the party.
Yeah.
Bokkoon naa ñu taxawoon ne accessible results. Lu tax ñu waxoon ko tam dañ ko teg fu óor. Ba tey foog naa seen position change despite nekkuma si parti bi. Xam naa ba léegi position boobu change ne élection boobu dafa fair and fair. Xam nga elections dafa am rules yoo xam ne dafa nekk dafa bari. Soo xoolee di electoral law bi mun ngaa wax di inducements yu bari mu ngi amoon. Te loolu dafa rong. gis nga ni ngay joxe ay cigare ni ngay joxe xaalis openly evidence yooyu mu ngi amoon mais loolu laa wane even during the elections time yi campagne sa warloo jox nit xaalis wala di ko jox ay ndox ay bagages pour mu sànni la carte man loolu evidence yooyu open la woon it was open secret so foog naa ne lu xew pare nga xool ne di Supreme Court tam technical su gaa doon wax noonu waroon nañ jox Gambie di opportunité nga xam lan moo nekk si evidence yooyu ëllëg dafa tax élection su amaatee kenn ku ne nga bàyyi sa xel ne lii su ma ko defee naa dem court comme lu ne wax ne waroon nañ ko mën a stop at the beginning amul fenn si àdduna bi élection fu mu am opposition su amee evidence suñu annoncé dañu ne nanguwul in 2019 waaw revising court bi in 2019 Pastef ak naka Idrissa Seck ñoo join def press conference reconnaissance results si Macky Sall Ousmane Sonko moo ko liit ñu dem court ne ñoom nanguwul results si reconnaissance Macky moo win pero soo xoolee Gambia am na bu si élection si like Saramé de Sukuta yi fii ëpp tu guddi ni yaa ngi vote guddi yaay seen carte loolu fan la am si àdduna bi
exactly
parce que amul courant sax amul fa woon ay tot la nañ jël mobile li nit
Sukuta exactly
waaw soo man noonu daal man noonu peut-être maa ngi nekkoon si parti bi soo ñoo nekkoon di contrôle xam nga lu doon xew soo yu bëri mu ngi am pare am nga dem si kaw bi am na area yoo xam ne xale yu ndaw la ngay register ñun complète nañ ko by the time
before nga continuer foofu ana polling agency because loi bi dafa ne su time jotee
waaw
the last person si queue bi
moo war a
ay police officer bu war na faa taxaw ñii ñëw ñu stop leen so loolu polling agent bi ci parti bi moo war a taxaw
exactly so moo tax sometime il faut que nga blame di polling agents xam nga lu problème political party yi da ngaa jël nit fu nekk rek because of kaay ma jox la xaalis am nañ problème boobu understand nga soo xoolee sin in Fooñi am na suñ bu ñu compté in Fooñi am na suñ agent yoo xam ne nekkul fa sax
mais jël nañ xaalis ba
mais nekkul fa so yooyu problème ñu ngi ko doon am moo tax da ngaa jox ko xam ne sa parti membre la ko xam ne gëm na parti bi gëm na réew mi bëgg na Gambia nga def ko agent
waaye léegi nag yow sa parti su dëgër boo xam ne fu nekk foo xam ne ñu ngi faa voté am nga fa loyaliste ñoo xam ne duñ def dara lu mooy saytu yëfi parti bi fii la problème bi day ñëwee
waaw moo tax ma ne
présidentiel bi sax moo ne am na because parliamentary bi moom
loolu parliamentary moom am na polling vote yoo xam ne parti yi amuñ fa dara
non bu wa is only sax
agent amuñ dara
am na is only UDP ak MPP ñoo dee am the entire country agent am na parti yi nga xam ne sax UDP seen agent ñoo leen dimbale xam naa loolu ñoo leen dimbale bëggoon ñu ne opposition la soo na UDP fata seen agent dimbale leen foofu ngi amoon si élection du passé so foog naa ne political party yi moo tax il faut tam ay si ñu xoolaat seen mbir bëggoon luwaa doo ko dee masla loolu masla doo dee masla si luwaa peut-être laa nga ko si affaire yi ne ndax UDP moom parti moom kenn mun naa win elections xam nga Gambie élection buy ñëw nii Gambien si against Barrow la because tey am na parti yu bëri tey ni ngi ana Barrow mbuboo Barrow dema Barrow man nanguwul sax over 900,000 Gambien ñu ñoo register loolu fan la am Gambie ñu ne Barrow raw na opposition bi for over 400,000 nga ñëw within 3 months nga am only 18 member of parliament 18 the entire constitution yooyu yëpp yu si da nga daanu 3 months ba tey mu ngi ees si Gambien si élection maa ngi ees si Gambien si loolu ñu bëri war a bàyyi xel ne lu nekk la mën a possible mun loo win élection over 400,000 3 months nga dem national assembly élection nga am only 18 seats UDP am 16 ñaar nga rawee UDP kon lu doon complain li ma wax ne am na lu si nekk kon mu dëgg la
complain about the
vote turnout bi nu mu bon war naa mën a dem tuuti in Sénégal 7 months la war xoolal vote turnout bi lu ndaw la moom mi si margin bu nga am si président élection si 54 baa nga fa ak yéen tam because tey stream moon boobu ba tey gaa dañu kontaan ne candidat Barrow dañu génnaat pour dem sànni carte su nekkee ne ñoom per ne pour sànni Barrow man wax naa ne ci ko xam ne xëy na nekkuloo doomi réew mi bon am nga voters card ñun as a party lu mu war def mooy naxantee ñu sànni carte bi ko dafa am lu gaa yi politique waaw ñun suñu UDP si bi ne poli den fii génn benn loolu fan la mën a am na nga nekk président da ngaa génne fii da ngaa génne xeet yi loolu fa mën a am amuloo doole ba amuloo ko sax doo ko am kii mu la ko génne dafa am lu waa rek moo mën a génne si dëkka court rek mu la mën a génne si dëkka bi court nga yaaxal lu waaye réew mi ñu di port la ba mu la wax ne tey xeet bi dañ war a génn si dëkk bi loolu mu ta am so dama gëm ne parti bi am na lu ñu taxawee comme lu ko boobu waxee nekkul ne da nga war a convict MC Cham déedéet am nga MC already bés baa nga fa ba léegi da nga soxla ñu nga xam ne tey bokkul si parti bi ñu gëm parti bi ñu àndaa yow ñu gëm ne réew mi dafa toll fu nga xam ne ñëpp war a ñëw together because suñu waxee ne waaw di cause ne waaw lu wax mooy suñu loxo ibbeeku na te boo ko xam ne bëgg nga ñu am change whether individual nga wala political party nga wala movement nga am mën ngaa ñëw bot ak loxo bu set ak ne ko ne ñëw tam pour fise ko ne waa su ma ñëwee dama nekk ambassadeur wala ma nekk ministre déedéet da ngaa ñëw nekku kéeg la moo xam ne dañ koy séedoo amul pàccoo mënul laa gëm parce que mun la fi oote benn coalition nga xam ne fii nga ne UDP moo nekk si gannaaw déedéet parti bu am 16 member parliament am mayors am councilor fu nekk nga ne yow léegi yow mu ñëw fii nga ne yow la coalition bi dafa la am fi si àdduna bi
waaye MC the problem also here loolu kenn waru ko wax di dóor dena because loolu munta am waaye tamit the alternative su amul tamit yéen mënu leen a dem so comme di ko buuba laajte woon rek this notion of ñun ñooy the biggest party ñëw leen how about change the strategy ñun ñooy the biggest party it's a fact ni nga ko waxee you have 16 National Assembly members kenn amu ko apart from NPP and of course they're the ruling party they have the upper hand the playing field is not level you have you rule in 4 of the regions right you have so many councillors and all that apart from Banjul all the other places UDP ñoo am majority of councillors okay so now that is a fact it's a given ku leen bugga mënu koo change ku leen bañ mënu koo change why yet still the fact is ne even with all that where you want to get to you cannot get there alone so now the strategy instead of sit there and say ñëw leen you identify the people in now you're talking about people genuine people who have credibility identify those people xam nga ne Bojang am na party waaye ñaari nit rek la am moom ak jabaram ak yaayam 3 people but those 3 people can break it or make it for us we will engage Bojang relentlessly and non-stop. Understand? They go after Bojang, they go after Bojang, they go after Bajang. You go after Dudu. Instead of sitting, man made a big party because of Bojang. Na Bojang no.
Wada nga déglu gis nga nene ñun as a party suñu loxo dafa ibeeku gis nga Ousmane Sonko Sénégal for the first time history Sénégal dafa taxaw mooy doomu kenn coalition positif ñoom ñoo daw si ñoo anacé moom ne ko support nen la amul kenn kum dem reach out dafa taxaw si ràlli mu ne ooyu ma kenn dama si kër kenn waaw
the realities are different
condition bu Sénégal nekka condition bu nekka Gambia because tey Gambia
the realities are different
Gambia
I beg to differ
no Gambia waaw wala Gambia dafa toll fu nga xam ne yow soo demee si problème am UDP mooy opposition bi ñoo ko suñu problème loolu mooy dëgg
MC Sénégal
biggest enemy sax biggest problème as a UDP
MC bala ma 1 second
party ñooy suñu problème
MC bala ma
because Gambia nga gis ne opposition party di sànni xeer UDP in turn nga focus on naka si nguur bi
MC bala ma 1 second the dynamics are different and why did I say that MC the awareness of Senegalese hara Senegalese all those political parties are educated people who understand issues and who understand how things work now what about head of political party fii nii moo dem pass naka lañ ko waxatee ñaata ñoom ñoo dem pass high school do they understand issues
wara nga déglu fu ma waxee mooy Gambia UDP suñ soloon suñ daala dem si political party si nii sax duñ faa nekk waa ñëwoon nañ si nun 2021 elections fu la opposition party di dem
that is okay you are campaigning
did we not hear my father say NPP ñoo ko engage for a whole year they've been talking
kenn engage ko
no he
well
said
you
that
can say that
xam nañ ne
NPP we
non xam nga man su ñëwee si mbiri may faati su ñëwee si mbiri may faati man xam naa understand nga yaaga naa ko wax Baki de man jaare ga jël suma nomba bi def ko seen groupe chat seen forum bi
bàyyi leen suma goro de
gars yi di ma saaga full forum xam nga saaga yëpp ñu ko saaga suma whatsapp Bojang ma la wone Baki Demba bo ma def benn audio ma analyse my fact
yàlla nombale du di la groupe oro so mo moy nomba ñinta so en ko de seen voice bi seen di saaga
full forum
yeah
suma boy ba suma xarit la mu seen forum bi moom mo jël audio yi duma ko saaga ma ne ko yaa ma saaga ma ne ko ñu saagul ma ne yow yaa ma saaga waaw dégguma ko ma ne ko yow mu isil lii yow yaa ma saaga
waaw MC lii yëpp lañ la def
waaw parce que lu ma waree ma ne may dafa buróog dafa strand loolu moo na xariga ma ne la may bu ko kenn saaga bu ko kenn xas.
yow gis nga moto may bi nga di may
dafa
dafa bro
amul essence problème la mu nekk mu dem sometimes da ngaa ta mu doy seer yooyu sometimes doo ko lifin de.
d'accord
so foofu laa bëgg a daanele mbiri
waaw léegi ñu ñëw si mbiri UDP moo bu wax na yëpp so su ñëwee si mbiri may faati xam nga man yàgg naa ko wax si ay yoon gis nga political party bu nga xam ne yow FIA benn yoon ngay yëngatu mooy time bu AIC waxee ne nga dem oote congrès mooy ak Hente Gomes ñoo yem
Gomes mii na
NPP ñoo ko dee ñëw fesal xoolam bi gaa NPP ñoo ko fesal
ku nekk da nga am mbokk de ku bari mbokk doo ko jëw de ku am mbokk doo ko jëw de
doo mën a jàppale
so xam nga moo ma xel waaye du may moom sa gars yi may borom la
so you see
te Henry mu fi am sister
Henry am na sister
so léegi muy laal kenn
so kon léegi ñoom ñaar dañoo ak Essa Fall
ay
ak Essa Fall
Essa fii la baaku fii ne dafa fam political party maa ngi ñëw fii la booyam man demum ñëw ma woon booya bi ngeen toog fii mu ne ñëw li ngay fam parti nangam yéen fii waaw maa ngi ko seetaan maa ngi Sénégal so ma ñëw gis ñoom ñu ne ban partnership fan la mun a am movement ak political party fan la mun a am partnership fan la mu loolu am movement ak political party foo def partnership.
So I believe what happened is they changed this at the IEC, okay? So now they got changed. They've got a political party, like they changed the name to APP Sobea Party, and Essa Fall is the party leader.
So IEC been in press release.
No, Gene Unko. But I know someone chat now with IEC officials, and I'm confirm what they did that.
Because IEC, IEC they got to dissolve. Because they snake and lunga hamne lolo amna. Political party would have changed name and go announce press release. Send all the political
because that's what they do. So then they announce that this political party has registered. And if there is a change of any political party, also, it has to be announced. If you go to their website, you will find that 19 political parties.
APP and Sobea party. Because right now we go with APP we know IEC.
Maybe, yeah.
But right now, see the Congress is Essa Fall. We get on some of the positions here, don't come to disclose because they can do them today. Position C, party.
Executive, yeah.
You will say I is wrong. You're going to go Amerio.
No, you owe it to your party members.
Wow, the party members need to know who are the executive members.
So if any person after Congress, I'm going to announce name. Position C ni ki ñoko amé.
Okay, now, if Nifa Nekon, Muno announce who are the executive members, how were those executive members chosen? Through election, or through selection, or through nomination?
Somewhere announced.
How?
There was no election. So somewhere announced, but ñeneen ñi legacy government bi. So announce a guy.
But how were those people selected? How?
You cannot have people working in government and you put them in your executive and you don't want to announce.
But GDC used to have that, but they announced. They
got announced.
Yeah, GDC used
Nit
to.
su bëggee bokk ci parti jël fa place mënuloo nëbbu.
Mané.
Su fekkee jëluloo place you can hide.
Do.
But as an executive member, then it needs to be called out. How can you do? I'm not an executive member, so when you go IEC, they can disqualify your party or you suspend.
But they no but second
I think IEC also.
Why you submit list to IEC?
You so go IEC. Man am na man IEC man bëgg xam executive committee APP. IEC da wara won gam ñepp wara xam ne seen website dafa la nekk.
Because IEC seen website so demé fo parti bu nekk da ngay wara gis like the party leader, telephone number, email address, office bureau address or whatever, even though it's not updated. You understand? Some of them, they have addresses there, but their offices are in their houses. But on IEC website, you have a number there, you have a place there, which is not functional. And a whole lot of them.
Gis nga fa ma waxe ko yow nga bëgg amé réew. Xam nga moom fa la njëkkee xam nga lu ma lay wax mooy may faati moom diggante ma yaaga naa bàyyi bu yaaga si opposition bi soo xoolee may si recent naka statement sa mi si 4 years ñi support yi standard gis nga always lu government defende daf day nekk in line with the government moom dafa yaagal lobby pour mun a dem àndaa ñoom yow da nga ne ko si nguur bi ñu daaxala nga ñëwaat special advisory président nga resign nga ne because ñii loolu lañ wax duñ ko dee jël loolu nga wax nga ne man lu advice person du ko dee jël nga resign nga ñëw leen nekk si opposition bi bu ñu war a reject draft consent bi nga jooy nga jooy nga blame government bi wax lu nekk bu Barrow def coalition ak noonu Duru Jah mu bind statement ne mu bind statement bu garaw ne ñoom lu gaay food lu gaay fay naka time yi Jammeh te ñu war a ñëw Barrow war a nekk Yaya Jammeh benn coalition benn press list attaque loolu te di seen mouvement boobu nga ñoo doon attaque te ñoom nga war a bokk si benn alliance ana moral bi
amu ko
di war moral bi dañ ko war a génne
ok all right
léegi
waaw
nga xool moom xam nga moom fu mu doon bénéfité di si ëppoon mooy xam nga gars yi bëri Yaya Jammeh am na ñu fi dimbale de si exil bi nii soo dawee samina si conférence yi workshop yi nii boobu yu bëri mënoon téye gars yi loolu amatul léegi amatul conférence amatul exil amatul ne man dama exil ne ma bëgg a rey gars dara amatul understand nga léegi mën ngaa ñëw mën ngaa demaat comme lu ko boo waxee court case mu loo ko bi nekk loolu di taxaw si court dama gëm ne seen jànga yi xam nga jàng dafa war a am barke soo jàngee nga am qualification xam ne waroo daw si gannaaw yi nguur mun nga ibbi sa office bu ndaw di fa liggéey di fa sutura dafa am sa ay dépenses soxla wala daw si gannaaw yi nguur dem si gannaawam pour nekk ay ministre ou ay position déedéet parce que yàgg naa ko wax gars yi mer su nga xool tam di seen Tim Henry moom éviter mu jóg sànni xeer suñu parti bi ma ne ko yow soo gisee yow sa at yow sa advice bu mu am nii Henry yàlla UDP bi délégué si nga xam ne ñu tax ñu def Barrow naka di flag bearer UDP ñoo ko 70 délégés ñoo ko jox because lu ma tax jiiri si withdraw woon si coalition bi because ñu fa nekkoon yëpp ñu si passé NRP ak doy ak UDP ñu amoon di 70 délégés sociaux ñëpp amuñ ko woon de UDP ñoo jël seen own nit rof ko gars yi dem si primary bi ñu select par exemple nekk flag bearer.
ok Dudu lan mooy sa réaction. Yes. Yeah.
Leo tusuwa tusu.
No, you can touch
No,
on
it
that.
has to be debate.
Yeah, it has to.
Touch it.
About jumala nyanta karte fayla wala nsafo no jumalo banko dinti alo nteka fele ko loi wala keke banko dinti
Ha.
alo tolla loi même fo ko momo mi alon ko amama killing o wala ala pere sol mo killing na keta gambia noti afamo mo gambia noti I wuruta dame loi akamunta kala haji tewoto I musimenti ala haji tewoto ika kango même fo haji tewoto comme amari ala appearance ala danya loi de yim ko bele alors ye diaspora example menta minu bota jang itata diaspora kamurna wonte problem nga nyolon bari atebe dame Finland na dimo sotoji adimo mu gambia no andu a nyantolom na lafta pour kana ka carte fay abe na la jaya fay mo sa fo ba hani mo man min sute jang abe adresse jumale to yang hani amam tarajang abe Finland ne bari luwa wala yake gambianti anala nyantola e na e carte fay hanna tara attestation ay wala sot ase carte fay no sa ni lafta pour ka wo regulate luwa le be jibe la na fale kili fulanya mo kay to ka di nyame gambian don nyanta tambila moy wulu jam fay men ama wulu kay to so is a disgrace as a country pour molie banku dingo ila wulu kaito fay buka sotono we only rely on attestation pour kaita di konse carte fay no na system nyanta tambela sai wobe me itandira wolom something is not right system ko andum anyanta decentralized ni mobe fo siara riwara iko amari nasula takaito la fase na fo banyu mo jelabe o afford we disenfranchising people anna niko alinga attestation bondi mo jamale be disenfranchised ila nyanto ita exercise no tonya non-Gambians are registering and voting whatever deny that because the evidences are there meaning karo movement how many
and data TJ sa proof no based on la loi bari ni ko misal fe be boda soron na lu tangol tenala ka carte fay mel wale tinya there are Gambians in Senegal, in Mauritania, in Guinea, in other parts of the country, and we le nyanto lom puri carte fay nim lafta ka wo bay system o me wole falina ko take na system soto mi alon ko mo de register from birth ko ka kayto so andi la wulu kayto filita ni tata de tar na system ko kono iba jibe la kora ka munta ko passport be nyame aka terrible na expire wala filita ni tata immigration e ka jere system ko anum isa print out ko te maybe ku jama men ka fale wala picture ni natalo wala ka fale ko te maybe ila biometric nying pour ka wol sifata woto system o wala nyanta jibe la ngata da ko na manke woti anyo sabo be siala de andum pour ka to nyalo de be kolea parce que surtout ni tata kiti bu moto ita evidence bon di nola ita soto nola ulo mol nyanta men jibe la kilin no mol sa infula nyamo ni ko comme itole ka election win you know from 96 to date nte asan party ninga first election win itolli même muta ko yen suñal fulen ñango yen suñal ate sabanyan amanya na sabanyan kilim fula amanya na tambila bari wala tententa fo yum 2021 itolle a win fana you know akamunta ko ye suñal woto na system wala nyante jibela dolka query le ko anga mabul tuje nga ballot paper ka suñaro ke ballot paper wala izeta katambe ma
Back for
this is one reason I am against ballot paper.
Very true. Me
But
too.
in the system, the IT is my field. Give me the contract to print it. I can make any party with. Don't after the folk suggestion article. Let's use electronic voting. Go wale jawayata ballot paper.
We haven't matured to that level.
No.
What did you say? You said I can make anybody win.
Yes, if I print the ballot papers, give me the contract to print it. Because na nyininka ro lesoto IEC. Kabiri nga nyininka, ilota iko. Ndenga membe nyininka, ima jabiro soto fola. Let's just push it, pour aeke luati, den woko la nga nyininka. Wahani, naketa luati, sembole lota. Kujama biji mota falin nona. Ani nyininka ro la kumata, ndenga me nyininka ballot paper la ko. Nko number 1. Duma me format Duma le use. Ballot paper have different formats. Inganta will introduce that to Gambians, because this is the format we may use. Number 2, which company will be contracted to print it? And have a printer muntu. It's important. Number 3, for iba serialize la, a bay like in sequencing, a number bijele. It will be easy to trace. Number 4, ni mo voting a mistake. Mune bekala invalid vote wala ibe do dia la mari la pour ay vote kote. Ni nyanta ni nkala. Number 5 fana. Ya la work même fo ko drum sol siata. You know, bari ballot paper ka kes kilin le bondi. Mobe adum you know
kes kilin
ko. Nko ni kontiro bekala. Voting and counting, these are two different processes. Counting we meant momo la carte, ayanta kala box okono, ya label ya seal. In case moe election challenge come back until la carte, the votes are already secure. So in the same number of boxes will come back. Voting, counting is a different process. The same number of boxes more come and complain. Anyanta mulana. Are they going to use that method or are they going to stack votes together in one box? These are the questions I'm in. They said they don't have answers to my question. Let's push it. Yeah, Moliere Nake Luati, then Nana or discourse. And that support na. Unless and until you call ye coin. Parce que ballot paper, as a banco maman di no fit no eke, banco be du no kon. Ko kate fa jartawal. Amanjara. San, me sound now. UDP as a party, mafalale. The opportunity sotole pour election win, but they are not exploring and tapping in the chances. They are not. Ibe levelment is a tambino wala. Ndenana nga fele media doto. UDP is the most structured political party. Na APRC modu a waltamburu adunta na foro kangaru wale ntenka memfo ngalo na UDP support bari tonya moment mbafala nte based on my own assessment wolo minti Kata local government, winning 3 regions as an opposition, and then a man sort of in Bangkok, and from Jawara to Jamle today. It's happening for the first time. If you're not structured and organized, it's not possible. And key areas,
four regions.
I'm
not getting 4 regions.
No, for 4.
3.
No.
Okay.
4, yeah.
Including Alara.
Okay.
4. Key regions, me along Komansa Kunda. It won't let her win. Banjul, KM, West Coast, the opposition swept it all. The whole party is not structured. Come on. Cool. Bari, nana social media for. Niman ke UDP. Pour la opinion D, it's very difficult for some UDP more.
That's sad.
Just to sound your opinion. Sa ni ko kari da lafta jonda patite itolle ka fin ka no we don't need him nimu nati atele nyum fo na kunu
no dogo mala sa amna bere issue sa affaire understand nga man ne bu ñëwé si office mayo am ñu comment ni ma ne ko lu ngeen solo nit ko waxoon fële tey ma ne ko doo nekku si ma ne ko du soo amee du mu ngi mun communication mu ngi mën a am na ay nit parce que pas da nga soxla ay nit waaw bu soxla ne waa kii moom gis nga nee na lu mu wattam baro da nga koo nangul loolu wala baro tey ñu ko wóor
ay kere gi
kan mu njëkkee oote protest nguri baro mooy Seydou Mballo
waaw Seydou Mballo
mu njëkkee oote protest ne nañ génn attaque naka si UN tey moo nekk advice am bi so baro boo def élew da nga ko nangul parce que soo ñëwee tam daf la dee mën a
stratégie la
la ici
stratégie la ya lafta jile mala ya lon politico gambela politico be nyam pati kilinte be wala the dynamics la falinta NPP alone cannot win even there the incumbent e wala mola carte do yata nyawnya itol laftale ay kafu NPP la fennere be la fa carte lululo carte monno carte kemelo abe fenne la fa parce que la loi na electoral law momenti hanni moye dan carte kili atele gagner woto the numbers they count no matter how little a doyata nyawnya be fenne la fala that's one strategy NPP be men use ka yalo niko nimpati motabulu asekeno bari mol minul be party kono mol le be koma amanke wo mol they part of the party but based on the individual ise attract nole mole lakan nyim strategy lati in politics e alon kuma le fota jan nena ya male where the biggest party mol le nyanta nala wa nam ko UDP they are not tapping the chances yemen soto na banko la politique Kenya atambita wala andum from 96 to date amanke party kutoti UDP metale ntefe inyanta karanale from mentambita ila experiences itoli mem mako nyin ketale num amantaku nyen sotole amanta silola you know what are the lessons who are bekele nyin karola what are the lessons ka karam from wo ka jeko asotota nun ate sotala koteke ametale ka habon wallahi amandam wole ka foko 2026 mpareta al pareta nyame gol fanam pareta wala niaje mko al party kilinte win non esa fal APP sobea mol jutute la nyaaw they will pull votes out for themselves yeah adamate win non Amadou Ka moli ajele anatale tabarewmi funding kelom abe mammankan akete nyaaw he will pull some votes yeah hanatara adamate win nola abe wole nya fanan other parties menul benala pour kalo wolbe fenne talala yeah and we men talala abe janjannale on the side of the incumbent talaro tijede intoli ka kafule ka lanyoka and we can strategy men use resources men be bulu other parties masoto UDP has one advantage ila diaspora ika men race ni party leader ulta tata diaspora millennial men kana it will damale ka kija na soto ta party do don dema kalamuta not even the incumbent it will damale ka ke
and loyal members
yes
loyal members
dundi financially la party auto ndengaje UDP damale nabe soto kam other parties it's on the ground molma kalamuta sign that structure is well organized bari wato le sita UDP ya jeko na obstacle mu nyinni tana fola mbembe media to I'm not going to highlight it mantara UDP kon bari ntengaji ko nka wo opportunity le fo na falinta man da UDP damala Gambian si famol jamaa ila political mindset abe falinna bari sticking to the always damma I love the menna apurali achieve ma fate possible no bari abe koli ala baki parce que mo jama bi je minul ye fam mota reason ne be bulu dalilo le be bulu munati nan tete kafula UDP and unless and until falindiro ye ke itol ye même mota abe kole ala pour lafta menna mo be na kala UDP kan it will be very very difficult the dynamics wo nyanta suute la nyim banko kan politiko ka tama nyam ko nun nimbima amanke kilentide anu samata fana abe different abe falina anene te kala kilenti
So my join your grand coalition.
my la kola is my in-law bari kachale be caring afango ba understand
ko abe fo ya ka fo akata nyame ka fo le nyama
yalam problem menti amata janne nena ya fole MC ya fole man na lo alle bunya bari ni ko Gambia 19 political parties aman la lo akan woma nyana soto la nyibanko kan political party will by law minul ya fulfill ye criteria be mit ate tambela 5 ni ngalwa implement de la fa 5 na seata ate tambela wal woka me yitande akamunta ko nisa fono ko the other 14 they just floating ite contest la ifangwe the only opportunity men soto wolo mi la mo kan wala si marajo santo o damale bije sa ne GMC jibe as a party GMC cannot survive on their own if it will after le pour que da dum politico kono election carte fayola foye la mo kan ebe akamunta ko imeta sire ne NPP ibulate no ma fo wati jang ay même fo but besides NPP jumale wulta kabula
MC ko manke
natara moti je même bulate no ma NPP le kabunda konkon na meta ba ko la ko dunna nte fe believe tale nyin nekata abe men achieve la je abe men sotola astranta dunta ya finti ja wo dependa minu ya fo ko dunna yesi yalo ne lunta mo soto lunta mo buka nyinin karo ke men siata itele ka fo ye jionati ye drink so diala bela flamina nga chicken sanka nyin itele ke la lunta mo jia ya bunya sa may be men sotola la GMC be men sotola be dependa may mu lunta mo la minu ya jia wala be wol determine dol bi je itata they join this grand coalition the alliance osifa ye men expect num imasop jama ba be derine dolbe kamfarine andum a reflector during the local government ku jama bije even witul itol la own party dolbe je kamfa kamay ko manta carte file wala nam ko the trend the dynamics a falling tale andum grassroots be nyame je nyanta jibe la bake pour understanding ne asoto ake mako ele ila politiko Kenya lafta lola jam.
Thank you so much. Mr. Bojan, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. I think to start off with UDP, a friend of mine told me, he said, why I don't like UDP is because it's a party that I fear. Say what
By the way, do you know him?
Yes, I know Ablai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
on the platform,
Okay.
yes.
And welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm sorry for being late.
No problem.
I said, what happened? They have army, police. No. He said they have something bigger than that. He told me, he's a security-minded individual. He told me, if you are in security, you don't need an expertly trained ace commando. You need a loyal commando. And the loyal commando is more deadly than the commando who has whatever of training you think of. Let's say the SEAL.
But maybe the person is not loyal because the person can move.
Yes.
If
He
they see better.
said that's why I'm afraid of UDP. He said UDP, even if you take their ant, the entire business community will suffer that day.
You'll defend.
If you touch their goat, you cannot get the sales that you need in Bangalore.
Nobody will admit that day.
Yes. He said, so, assuming I'm somebody who is not very Gambian, as per probably the way people think. The constitution is there, but the perception of people is also a reality. Yeah. And the perception of the people, as far as UDP is concerned, is they are ultra-nationalistic. And some people fear. He said, and you can see that in their movements. That's what this individual told me. He said, why? The people are so loyal that they can sweat blood. They can make so they put it there for the party. And even for the country, they would. But then where does that put some of us? who are in a kind of an undecided situation. And we are a very good chunk when it comes to numbers.
Deciding factor.
Yes. He said, so this is their problem. As far as I am concerned, an observer and somebody who is not that Gambian, according to the perception, social perception, not the law. Mr. Ja, our brother, has cleared that. So that is a weakness that people spot in their party. That's one aspect. Two, God created us. And there is this that preachers would always say, that never despair. Even whatever that you do, God has his doors open. Of course, he has limits. But he is always there if you go back to him for you. Now, that is something that I think UDP should learn. The issue of we are the biggest should not be something that should come from them. It's something that is sending people away. Oh, you have to come and join us. It's not something that people actually consider as far as politics is concerned. For me, I think what they should do is they should take the Barrow away. You see, President Barrow, even if you are on trial, Supreme Court, they are trying, High Court, they are trying you. You join this party, you will celebrate.
Yes, that is right.
No, that is it. It does recently.
Yeah, of course.
We will say, oh, it's before the court. We cannot talk about it. But I don't care. Even if you are the subject matter, come to you, NPP, they will celebrate you.
Yeah, that's true.
The next day the court is...
Yes, they don't mind. Because let them do whatever they want to do. For them, they need people.
They need the numbers.
Yes.
That's true.
Just recently, how many people went to UDP, NPP, and all of them are undergoing court proceedings? I doesn't care. Let's say a party that is ethical, a leader who says, no. Yes, you could be behind, but you cannot come in and we accept you. He doesn't care. Yes, genuine politicians wouldn't actually praise Barrow for that because this is the constitution. And these are things that we should hold higher standards to. We have to be ethical. But you see, what matters at the end of the day is the win. You cannot change Gambia if you are a UDP party with that position only. No, you can to a certain extent. But the real change that we need, the real salvation that we need,
Must open up.
you cannot get it being a party only and being majority only. You only get it making sure everybody is on your arc. Mube na Electoral. No, Alesana. Ka bring kulumo da data. Hani ajawol ani meyala ibe ala sokin. Ay dani o kele puyena. So for me, I believe you people should be very open and forget about we are majority, we are this, we are that. Go for any individual. 1 vote, 2 votes, 3 votes, don't mind. Make sure they are part of you and those votes are going to be yours. That is what would make us win as a country, not even UDP. Why? I don't support UDP, but I know UDP is better than President Barrow in many fronts, on many fronts. I know that. But at the end of the day, Mr. Bojang alone cannot vote for UDP to win. It has to be some other people as well. And the work has to start now. So this is the fear that if I talk to average Gambian, this is what he tells me. It's not good to name tribes, but there are tribes in this country that decide. You want it, you don't want it, they decide. And there is a reason they decide. Privately, if you ask me, I will tell you. But I cannot say that on air. There is a reason, and that will continue. And they will still continue to be very powerful. Anyhow you see them, it doesn't matter. When it comes to numbers, they get it, and they decide. And when they decide, it's one voice. It doesn't matter, one voice. They decide on anything. Even today, if they want, they can decide on anything, and it's going to happen. You may think, but it's going to happen. When it comes to that, and they are subtle. Very subtle. UDP is not subtle. What they want, you know. What they don't want, you know. That's also a weakness. You see, when UDP wants a dragon or a frog for party, they don't mind whether you say frog for party. No, they will say we want frog. And And they will get pride doing that. There are people and political parties in this country that are very subtle. They go solo, underground. Before you know, they got what they want, and you will not see it from them. Now, you not being subtle is a disadvantage as a party. Sometimes, certain things, you have to be subtle before people realize you're there. Sometimes UDP, you will know even what they want before the time even comes. And that gives opportunity to your enemy to work against you in any way. That is also something that I, as an observer, sees in the party. Because what? You know, the same narration, when people are loyal and they love something, you know, over loyal or over whatever, they showcase it. Yes, that's good, but sometimes it gives people the opportunity to learn your ways and counter you easily. And that is a weakness that I see. Okay, my opinions are my opinions. They may be right, they may be wrong. But this is what an observer I am, and somebody who engages average Gambians. You learn from how they see it. So you say, okay, for example, if they catch a UDP individual, or let's say going to court, and everybody is out, what about tomorrow if UDP comes to power and I wrong them? How would they treat me? Would I even survive? That's what this individual told me. Would I survive? Just the law, normal thing to arrest somebody. Oh, you said this, the law, okay, the police. That one is a big problem. Let alone they are now in power and I have offended. What will happen to me? Not only me, but my family. So, you see, that's the line of thinking of this individual. And he is not the only one. Okay, it's a very great party, to be honest with you. It's a party that has, you know, erudite. You have people that are exposed. You have people with great ideas. But these are some of the fears. Okay? Now, that could be worked on easily. But it requires the party to introspect, to look into itself and compromise on things that you can compromise. And then that would give you numbers. The salvation of this country, believe it or not, largely rests on your soldiers as a party. And you cannot do it alone. People need to come and help you. You have to compromise. You have to see those that you can bring on board and then get the change that we need. And that requires compromise. That requires introspection. On the issue of, and that's what God does. Yes, He is very powerful. He can make us, all of us Muslim, make all of us Christian or any other religion. He has that power. I don't know where, you know, when people ask me, before you were where I say I was eating with God. I was dining with God. And of course, that's a very good thing. I don't know, but that's my belief. Okay, he could have decided that, Nene, you are going to be a Christian by force. There is no way. Yeah. Abla, you are going to be, you are going to be Muslim, you are going to be this. But he said no. He gives us the intellect for us to decide, gave us the books in different religions, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, or whatever. At the end of the day...
Which I am, by the way, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if, let's say, I decide that I am not going to be this, now I have learned my ways, I'm not going to be that, I go back to God. God is just open this way, welcoming you. This is a similar thing that I think we should learn as a party, and then come. Now, for the issue of my party, you know, Mr. Traditional Weapons, you know, you see, my party, I think, got this mistake, in my opinion. When you're a politician, you don't know have personal choices anymore when it comes to politics. If you're a politician, many people followed Nene to go to their party. Many people follow me. But you see what? And many people follow many other people. But you know, there are decisions that you need to make. You don't make them alone. Especially if you're a politician. Today, if I want to go and join, for example, CA, I decide to go to CA without my family.
You're talking about CA and point it to me.
Okay, CA.
Better, yes.
CA. Okay. And I just decide to go. My family doesn't buy in. Let's say my wife doesn't buy in and so on. Who am I going to take along to CA? Nobody. So yes, you are gone, no problem. You can talk a lot, no problem. But at the end of the day, you only have one vote. Now, if you become a political party leader, and your main focus is naturally to bring salvation to the country, to make sure you are there for the country anytime the need arises, it means your personal choices would have to suffer. He has the right to decide if he wants to go to Jupiter. It's his problem. Yeah. Oh, you are a political party. And it's because of people. And there is this that I think Gambians should begin. I don't know how lawyers would, but I think they should work around that. You see, when you traumatize people politically because of the trust that you earn, because of what you've been saying, because of your standpoint, all of a sudden, because of your ego, your selfish interest, you disappoint all those people. I think it's emotionally heavy for many people.
And you should be taken to court.
I don't know how you go around that.
How many court cases we will be having by now?
I'm telling you. Okay, but if people don't take you to the conventional course, the traditional course, you have to understand yourself that there is a lot of emotional sentiments and whatever that are attached to your party and your person.
Oh yeah.
Doing certain things is reckless. It's very bad. These are people that trusted you, that have hope in you. Sometimes there could be fancy things on your way, but you have to ignore them because you know you're going to make certain people suffer. And that is what happens when you become a politician. There are certain things you don't just decide because you just want to decide. You have to think and see how it's going to impact on people. You're a politician, you are psychologically prepared, but some people are not yet prepared. You can take a lot of it, but you should understand that. So people like my party have never been of interest as far as the progress of the Gambia is concerned. If you put Gambia and personal interest, they take personal interest. That is what has been shown based on their history.
Okay.
Now, if you say you are a Gambia Moral Congress, morality is something that really you have to push. Well, you are Moral Congress, but you are always legal. My right, my this, my right, my this. That is incongruent. Because a party is about Mola Adoning, Kubetol ni Wosifa. You don't have to be deciding not right them. It's my constitutional this. No. You look at things from a moral perspective as well. Morally. If you ask me why I don't join Barrow, I will tell you one of the reasons. And it's the decided reason for me. Billahi, I could have joined Barrow. But you know why I don't join Barrow? I think it's very moral and it's against my religion as a Muslim. For me to have a president who sits and demands even the dead people, bragging what they do to dead people. You see, if you beat Buba and he's alive, I'm okay, I'll go marry. But if you beat a dead person, I'll fight. Because he cannot defend himself. Why must I go and join a president who has no moral even for the dead people? I don't see that as something that is human, as something that is Islamic. I don't see it. I don't see that as something that is Christianity or Christian. I don't. No religion supports that. Why must I support an individual? It means that individual can go as low as whatever and as high as whatever, so long as his interest is served. So if you are a moral party, as you claim, these are some of the things that you look into. Look at how people are suffering in this country because of the decisions that people are doing. If we have 120 billion debt, that's what we have. If we are paying 11 billion a year, how many years would it take Gambia? Let's say we are not taking any other loan there. How many years would it take? Can you divide it and tell the people? Divide it. 11 billion minus that for 120. How many years would it take the Gambia? Help me. Ask yourself. I'm done, but I'm not going to say I'm not doing. I want to listen. Ask yourself, who actually is responsible for, let's say, 50% of that? These are things you consider. You are in court, you have your house at least. If you cannot buy Saddam, buy American rice or food, eat it. And make sure you join the fight to liberate people out there. Not because you as a president. And this is what we should begin to do.
Okay.
People trust us as politicians. That is why most people don't trust me, because they say, oh, he could be like my father. He could be like somebody. They are committing crime against me, who is young, coming into politics. But because of their deeds, people are trying to join me and judge MC by the same standard. denying Gambia the potentials. These are things that we should look into. What is working well that would motivate any individual to go and support a party or a government that is wreaking havoc onto Gambians and even the future of Gambians?
Thank you so much, Mr. Boja.
How many?
You don't have time.
How many years?
Nene doesn't want to mention, so...
How many years?
Maybe it's too much.
I don't want it to come from me.
Okay, all right, no problem.
How many years? No, we have to do this, Bob. It's important. People need to know.
Yeah, okay, we'll get back
This
to
is why we don't want President Barrow to continue.
Okay.
Because he has eaten into his own cake and ate the near future's cake and even the futures to come.
And all the other ones that are coming.
Yes!
Okay, all right.
And you want me to promote that and still take that scene?
Okay, but what will be your response to all of that?
People, this demolition clear the road.
Yeah.
By the way, don't we go on then?
That's right. You didn't see them for a long
Anyway,
time.
they have lost their power maybe or their relevance.
Election is coming.
Election is at the corner.
dañ ko génnee fu mu dee nekk or whatever ndeysaan paa bi mu ne dafa yónnee nañ wax Barrow mu delloo ko bulam bi moom Barrow la fóotaloon moom ne Adama Barrow na ma delloo suma bul bi bulam bi ci moom laa ko dugal na ma delloo suma bul bi so ma kan Adama Barrow
What if you have anything to respond to?
Yes. Lafta pour ka ko dude la même fois dude la diamo bedala bake and momo be politiko kono surtout Gambe jam ay même fo jang amu fenneti mi anan ko ak mol la fala make pour ka mo tala lafta ka men tandi ja wala ñindi ko niento la ñaaton ko jibe ndela maña social media lafta ka men fo la ñindi nkana parti ñing George ne wala alna mol jibe bang min anan ko surtout musolu min be borikan nakol to suba mbot nang mama jale on fenkelungo Saturday mbe second shoot of 4 o'clock billahi buba ndebe ba ko tele tiba garas na musul taraje 4 o'clock somanda
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Go meta.
Very hard work.
yo so andu nalen ne ko wo musul jama ba min tannam 7 o bebe UDP la to na se parti jibe ni wala ngana parti jibe because ndebe sidina bunko na Helsinki mbe kuma nori ngol fola ngana parti jibe wala parti la leadership fana jibe bam nanna Usenu mankudo jibe anna Talib mankudo jibe anna Yankuba mankudo jibe fo mu molati mi alanko isitano Bantaba pour ka fo ka mol kastage ka fo ko kana jon parti kon ngo parti na fo jande mol ka balu parti ka balu ni hadama de ngolla bella fi la nyin nako na miro judula miro mbe na na lanyo ka na banko fali apply the same thing ala miro ay min fo janteng yes to na la mi min fo ten UDP mu funding kel yelo be kandere back min ko nyindron de come after you but say ne ra jire fanam one narration of fanam falling the social media de we really talk to our guys the amutele and shall even the youth president oning Haji yes most of these WhatsApp forums you know adminolu I control the academy they have their own thing to advise ko do bije ko dama bije mo dama la bodna papier kono de melo ko place so je ale moma bulen ko moma kuma foye ne bulale tata le choice lam and we be continue lale na nyadon ko al sita dawoda aka advice le di na funding ke lan tol parti dingolo pour na mol ñini na mol mudaria pour ñina parti ñin kono eta folano eta tata politico kono ni momo ko teng ko bitala ndapila kam yes MC nem fono do some time ago picture ñing na jele defo safero kala le ngo we need people to come to our party the turn of the same old story it can't be we need people Dudu I want you to come to our party Abla I want you to come to UDP put na banko ñing faling not for the sake of us but for our children and our generation yet unborn the country is going down ndefta pour ka wole fo UDP kulu UDP and MB UDP even our youth be alone ko only togetherness wala se banko ñing dinna mol mi ko genuine ko MCA fo janyamin but tonya mi ko they have their agendas pour it will self interest wol hande banko fare dambe du no tolof criminal kono do ne kerewon sodo kerewon yetti yela mi jam kerewon bi na la ibe to se din jam kerewon bi na la ni ko mala be te sabal I want to stop la no so wo mo sifal man la fi wala je
Okay, so saying in 5 minutes, draft constitution or your table late is the 2024 draft. Yeah, table at the National Assembly. Really, a table longo the UDP and other National Assembly members boycotted and left because there was an issue between the Speaker and the Honorable Sleiman.
Yeah.
But what did you see? Are you seeing Gambia having a new constitution?
Well, not for this one, not for this draft paper.
Why?
People's constitution, that is what we want. That is the 2020, even though it is not perfect, but at least people will let out more consult, your opinions for it, left. But in Mindong, I can talk on behalf of the diaspora, especially.
Yeah.
Until we will not support this, and we urge our leadership not to support it. We are not buying to anybody. Let's give it a chance. Neither the committee state put a finger. No. We want it outright rejection. Look, 2026 is at the corner. If you want a new constitution, vote for a genuine government, a new constitution offering. But we should not. My friend, look at this. This is not even an insult to Gambians. They can declare, but when they are leaving, when they took all your, when the Keram take everything from you, among the Jaripurka for Eko, you look at somebody. Outright rejection. And any UDP, I'm going to say it here, any UDP parliamentarian making draft on entire support, then make sure for the next coming election, go and find another job. We will campaign against you.
All right.
Yes.
Then what is the draft constitution has been tabled in 5 minutes. What is your reaction?
Well, the thing is, we're just going back to the same thing, right? And Madam Fane, we've missed the ball. The opportunity for new start, building the foundation of this newfound democracy, we've missed it. Because I used Madi Jibate's word, barrow papers. Madi refused to call it even the constitution. He said barrow papers. The barrow papers. Like, I aligned with Suntu that the 2020, there was consultation, right? There are so many things in the constitution that if I had the ultimate power, I would change. But if I change it, it goes against Dudu's beliefs and principles and values. So there is no one document that is going to serve everybody's needs and wants and aspiration. But one you want to understand, it's a working document. It's a progressive document. Right? Am constitution our current realities right now, in the year 2024, 21st century, right? Munge serve our aspirations, our needs and aspiration. And of course, cater for the next 25 years. Because liño 25 years, 30 years, duranga harbe time bobu nonu nga wax ci nga dox ko. Tay nga tok nga defar ko and then nga visualize ko. That's why suñ dé wax né visionary leadership. Lolu moy sen njëriñ. Da nga wara tok tay nga visualize 10, 20 years. Hale yi judu, ñi nekk 10 years right now. In the next 10 years they will be 18 and 20. Sen dundin naka la wara mel. Lolu yépp légui lañ ko wara defal. Waye ñun duñ koy defal parce que ñun suñ boss dañ ñëw léegi di jànkuwante ñoom suñ xeex bee suñ yuxu bee si daanu gi yëpp parce que ña fa newoon keetuñ pour ñun suñ tey suñ current reality. So war nañ see jàngee. Now the 2020 people have a sense of belonging. Num bon man binda naa ma yónnee ndax dugal nañ ko ndax dugaluñ ko waaye just this fulfillment ne binda naa yónnee naa ko ñi ko war a jot nañ ko loolu rek dafa neex si xol, right? And I'm sure you very feeling that way. So this sense of belonging, sense of ownership, in the building process, the consultation, moo tax ñu bari ñu support ko parce que dañ feel ne dañ ci bokka. As opposed to the barrow papers in my marriage about voice, boo xam ne dañ toog rek ñoom neen ñu def ko ñu indi ko bugg a impose. Ba pare boo xoolee ñoom li ñu wecc ci bële loo xam ne lu itteel askan bi la, right? Luy indi askan bi jëm kanam a yokkute ñoom ñu génnee ko def leneen o wàññi or whatever si bii. So mu ngi mel ni ba tey ñu ngi go back pour not askan bi suppress the citizens' voices. Right. Man, I have that objection for no, you understand? But then again, now the people that are now saying, okay, we want 50+1, absolute majority, we want term limit. And then if this constitution, ballot papers, is voted against, which means there is none, we're still stuck with the 1997 constitution. And this other side will say, okay, do we want that? Or do we want this one to come? And then subsequently we find a way to go with it. Yeah. So basically it's like a very, very critical situation. You know what I mean? But then again, even 2020, when this fight came, UDP was like, don't touch. Even a dot or whatever, don't do it, right? There were negotiations. I remember then, I was of the opinion like, you know what? The two key things, absolute majority and term limit is there. If anything else is not there, that is there. Let's come together, allow it to go. Let's give Barrow that retroactivity because nothing else. One problem. Now, Barrow was not shown a dinner win. So our punishment as can be more on a nigga. Okay, let's leave it there. You want retroactivity? Let's leave it there. Okay? And then we pass it. Now, that election, it was going to be an absolute majority. Was Barrow going to get the absolute majority? Absolutely not. And now everybody else that are on the other side, they come together and make sure they campaign against him and make sure he doesn't win. Now, if doesn't win, that retroactivity, whatever, they can now start to work on it. Who wins? The majority. But you have parties like the UDP then, who were like, onto our dead body, there is this retroactivity, we will not compromise against it. Because nyamta is fourth money concern problem. We will not compromise it. And then, some situation feel like nigga. Now, Barrow is the president. Barrow has the powers to call 7 ministers and say, come and write me a constitution that I can dance to. We present it to the National Assembly. If it doesn't pass, I'm still the winner. Yeah. I'm still backed by the 1997 constitution.
I don't care. Yeah.
And people will keep on shouting and shouting until they're able to take me out, which is now the very difficult task. Because the UDP does not seem to be working with SFL. My party does not want to be working with UDP and SFL. The APRC, they're already committed and cornered, right? The NATO alliance, they're on the bubble. We don't know where they're going to fall, which side of the road. Yeah. You know what? So where do we stand? Where do we stand? At the end of the day, you know, if 2 elephants fight, the grass is what suffers. Yeah. And now it's us that are going to keep on continue to suffer until people realize that this is not about UDP, NPP. It's about Gambia and the people of Gambia.
MC?
jërëjëf Buuba foog naa ne mbiri draft constitution bi ñoom ñu ko bina bëggun sa mu jaala waaw dafa am pression boo xam ne ñu ngi ko am ba nga xam ne pour gëmloo like ma ne def ne because fa naa dégg naa waxi Barrow mu fa demee mu ngi wax ne right now ñu si process bi pour ici draft constitution boo xam ne
mu ne table nañ ko bu mu demee loolu
waaw mu ne table nañ ko am nga yaa ngi may Bojang ndax rek Bojang yooyu moo tax Bojang mënut a ana Barrow si angul boobu
I read the statement bu naa ko def headline waaye gars yi dañoo ne UDP la
waaw soo rek war a jox Bojang rek nga Bojang yu lay bëgg a gars yi Barrow wax nii mu ñëw so xam nga waaw mu ne
do ko blame advice system la ñoo doon di def justice to Barrow
parce que solo lo advice 8 years nga nekk président nit loo ñu advice la
MC
waaye dara man maa ngi nekk ma si assemblée bi ñoom nekkul si assemblée bi lu ma xew ñu ko xam li xew si assemblée ñu ko xam
ay take it back parce que Barrow moo wax ne li xew si dëkk bi moo xam na ko
lu nekkul si assemblée lu fa xew ñu ko xam so solo wut advice moo la ne table ne ko table ko premier ministre of justice mu ngi fa si summit bi gis naa ko si gannaaw dawra so mënoon na ko wane ko ne waaw withdrawal that statement boobu waaw so foog naa ñoom ñu ko bina bini vuula bini campé la rek teg seen baaxal naan ataaya ne nañ dugal lii nañ génne lii xam nga yooyu moo fa nekk pour taxa yaxa deri opposition bi ne UDP ñoo ko reject isi woon naa ko opposition bi ñoo bañ so loolu yi dem na ñëw yëpp opposition bi la gars yi bëgg a frame pour yaxa deli opposition bi ne gisuloo try nañ ko ñaari yoon ñoom ñooy bañ fekk opposition bi bëgg a ne mu am because soo xoolee yow dafa am gàmmeen si neen laaj yow dafa am loo diggee gàmmeen si ma ñetti at gàmmeen si ne waaw léegi dañ ko jox mu dem 5 léegi yaa ngi 10 years so foofu doy na yow la wax gàmmeen si mooy kenn du nekk président foofu ma dem 10 years loo nga campagne against Jammeh ne yaay dafa overstay du fi amaat léegi yaa ngi bëgg a dem lu yaay def yaa ngi ko bëgg a def fi mu nekk nii lu ko raw sa ko bëgg a def so dama ne am na ñëw ne waaw dañ ko war a bàyyi because am na 51 plus am na second term am na term limit am na nii dañ ko bàyyi soo ko bàyyi mu jaala baro mun naa ñëw taxaw mu windi luwaa yi mu faa nekk ba léegi di luwaa yi réew ne ko bul xool benn ñaar rek bëgg luwaa yi dafa bari so lu si ëpp yow after nag mun nga ñëw nekk si victime mu luwaa su ko dee liggéey sa da nga war di bàyyi sa xel yow mu ko liggéey sa ëllëg mun ngaa ñëw mu takala so da nga war a liggéey lu nga xam ne dafa flexible pour ñëpp bon ñoom ñoo xam ne ñoo bina lii bëggun sa mu jaala dañ si nekk di kenn ku nekk dama gëm ne Gambia mun naa jox boppam condition bu es dama gëm ne Gambia mun nañ jox suñu boppa 51 plus second term li mun nañ ko jox suñu boppa lu tax ma wax loolu mooy Jammeh dafa nekk 22 years amul term limit amul absolute majority day ñëw together vote Jammeh out suñ carte mënuñu koo ñu may witaaw amul condition bu es keneen kuy ñëw ñu ne ko lii moo tax ñu génne ko fi nekkoon loolu mën naa nekk bu dee kenn gëmloo ne waaw lii naka 51 plus baro suñ ci nekkoon ne ci ñëw nañ condition bi last 21 baro lan la am moo daan 50 plus la am foo sonal la bu nekk na président dafa doon jaala despite suñ ci ñëw ko ñu ne waa ne despite ne nangu ñu am condition bi es ñaata la baro am 50 plus moo la am ko daf doon jaala romba
waaye su boobaa dinañ xam kañ la war a génn
waaw so léegi
dinañu óor na ni fam su winee sax at this time
su winee dafa su winee foo time bokku dafa am beneen kon 20 years mu ñëwaat si moom
non understand naa MC
20 mu ngi ñëwaat
MC ok boobu bokkul waaye at some point in the because moom lu mu doon wax time boobu du bokka right so let's say term bii ni moo doon nekk first term okay then second term and that's it waaye right now as we all know 2020 constitution nekku fa 2024 baro papers su fa nekkul we have 1994 which doesn't have term limit so as 1997 bi amul term limit so nam wiine woon moo wiinaat ko mun na ko wiinaat mu wiinaat ko
waaye lu ma wax mooy
baro wax na ne moom du génna ba dina toog doomam ñëw si ka ñu baro wax
waaye gis nañ fi koo xam ne mu ne damaa toog 1 billion years pare génn na fi nit toog na mu ne 1 billion years du ma fi génna damaa toog ba ma nee ma xool ku ma neex ma ne ko kaay nga jël sama place toog loolu xelaat ren la waaye loolu la Gambie si dana ko nangul yow mun ngaa taxaw ne man dama fi jógee waaye tey Gambie si ñoo taxaw ñu vote la out loolu Gambie si doole bi si Gambie si la nekk Gambie si la mu ne
Gambie ni tey lañ gën a dañ bañ tey kii xam nga police luñ bañee Gambie te luñ bañee Barrow moo gën a ëpp
waaw léegi ren na tey sauvé génne na ñu ngi laa woon ne 7% of Gambians anu ak nit gëm na ne government bi mu ngi so wrong direction and loolu soo boobu mu ngi continuer soo xoolee élection si passé popular vote yaa ngi koo gis National Assembly elections local government councillors yaa ngi popular vote yaa ngi mu la ko woon and 6 Gambians boo gis 10 Gambians boo gis 6 yëpp nanguwun ak nguur bi doxini nguur bi so dama gëm ne ñun mun nañu jox suñu bopp condition bu es mu ne suñu bopp term limit mooy ñu nangu ñu accept ne réalité bi ne da nga war a gis ne lii dafa war a stop waru am même personne nga xam ne wala mu jox nu condition lii campagne boo xam ne Gambie si lii leen war a campagne lii la opposition party war a campagne bon dama gëm ne this draft ballot paper bi ñoom ñu ko isi si assemblée bi bëggul mu jaala ak du jaala
it's a strategy and it seems like it may work.
Do go ahead.
It seems like the strategy may work.
Yeah, it may because I know the opposition will not. Exactly. It will be very difficult. Yeah.
Ndala diamote siala. Ski ne 2020 draft njibe. Kujama bi jemi alon ko mol se objection soto men na ko man la fi gen. Bari koma fota nyamen dorong mol te perfect document soto la. Alon ko mol be lafta men na abe jelaje. Wo be ko yala bake. Bari key issues bi jele almost the ngakachal membe mabe la mbe fula dila example from the Christian community. Wolie mem fo iko ila nyanto pour ka exist. Nyanta kala mi alon ko entren clause la e ñi ñi kale bari amunta ko nka ko be kachanka jutu ko la wala nka ñina wala which is very important parce que misal fe ni tol fintita ko they are not in support abe challenge ne natila these are issues mi alon ka ñamta jibe la ni nata on the perspective of the Supreme Islamic Council futuola bunda e ku dole ma ko marriage ñanta kala between natural man and natural woman me o sabuna wala transgender kamunta ko na tampita mote transgender stop no la pour woli futu so these are concerns me alon ko manke politique kuti aka lives lema me alon ko kamol bele impact nin ku sifa nyanta jibe la no wol ya ajo se afali bari politician ol ila interest be damen ika jidda male jibe anu ka general ika nyina generally men ka molla life impact andun tela jernya to pura e tambi maje abe kole ala bake surtout men happened recently with UDP MP marching out. You need them. Pour ñin drafi laftala e futa dame pour ay tambi. Without if all balanta ate tambi no. Pour que futa at the stage of referendum it's not possible. Parliament be ñanta misay. But I start ñaming interfere ñin ka felta le already. Maje in any way as a person bari ntembe molle kono mi alon ko laftan sonta ko sulata constitution putola le say abe sotala nyaadi wolom nyinin karol abe ko le ala ba
Bojan, go ahead. Yeah, I think you can take it or leave it. Bago jokingly kampe kachanga for ala kadego e ka for kadego man betia bago ala brain. Bago is a big strategy. Big time. He's a strategist.
He is a political animal.
He is a big strategist. Just like a house, if you see outside it's very whatever, but inside, some odo, alahaja awolonde, alahajo. Okay. You see, the point is this: it's a strategy. Bago has nothing to lose, and that's why he doesn't care. And his idea is not about for this even to pass. If it passes, no problem. If it does not, I have no issues. That is the situation. And that is why, for me, the opposition Gambians should change the cards that we play. The thing should not be whether the constitution should pass or not pass. The thing should be, let's focus on to Gambians and tell them, you know what, there is nothing that we can do much about this. But there is this that we can do. And this is the elections. Let's get him out. And then we get this country back onto its rightful track. For me, these MPs and walking out and then sitting at home all day, no. Go back to your people. Forget about parliament. That one, it passes, doesn't pass, it still favors now. He doesn't care. Let's go back to our people. MC has said we can still make history, and we can. And that means the effort of political parties, especially the opposition, should be now back to the voters. That they are messing our future up. Let's make so 2026, President Barrow doesn't win. We get a new government whose priority would be fixing these issues up.
But sadly, they're not doing that. They're going after.
But if you are going after President Barrow, it's like you are still casing his shadow. You are not getting him.
No, they're not even going after Barrow. They're going after each other, the opposition.
But they are using us as ladder, for example.
Yeah.
That's what I politically do it. But they don't make
Yeah.
We didn't go after anyone.
It's like the opposition that are fighting against one another.
Yeah, no, the opposition are fighting only for UDP.
For the UDP.
Against UDP.
Against UDP, yeah. Against UDP. Wow.
Yeah, so that's my point.
Yeah.
Let's see how. You see, when people are fighting you, it's because they have a perspective about you. Try to change the narrative. Try to get them. That's what Islam also teaches us, and that's what all religions teach.
This is
it. Let's try to see how we compromise. Let's try to see how we reach out, even to our enemies. Right? That way, we will be able to get our commonalities in place. For us, our number one barrier as far as this country is concerned, for my political opinion, is President Barrow and the NPP government. Now, whatever that we can do legally to get people support us, to get them out of that way of Gambia, we need to do. And let's not go to constitution. Barrow has won already. You take it or leave it. He has won. So let's concentrate on the people.
Because people need to understand that Barrow did not do this constitution because of Gambians say they want a constitution.
Yes.
Yeah. Like MC had mentioned it, it's outside pressure to satisfy, you understand, something
people,
that may not make it for him. To say, okay, you know what, yangi ameli, ku yore bot, kula abal bot, wala foy hole. So now to satisfy those things, to say, okay, you know what, I will bring it. Knowing from the onset, Nelima Indi can do support. But now I will go back to them and say, you see, man li ma war a def naa ko because as the president I was supposed to do it. I even went out of my way to do it. And you know what? I agree. This is where this smartness or whatever you're talking about comes in.
You see,
he reads their mind.
His makeup, his physical makeup is very deceitful. If you look at him, you may think otherwise. But if he does what he wants to do until he's done, you would think, no.
You ask yourself,
yeah, but in the long run, you now see that this was well thought out. He wanted exactly the thing to be like this. You see, what I want to say as far as the Constitution is concerned is, it's treasonous. I always tell people, for you to deny Gambians what they want. It's the highest betrayal. If we had invested so much of money, you went to do all the consultations home and abroad. You decided to change things at cabinet level, come up with something else. That's betrayal.
No, the problem is Kodo Botamunto. It's from
outside.
I have asked. It's from outside.
No, wait. I have asked whether this 2024. No, 2024. How much did it cost for this to be put together?
It was not revealed.
Exactly. Because I know they said they hired consultants. I have had that in one of the press conferences, just a minute. Consultants, came in. What was the cost? Was it pro bono? Was it that cost? Did it cost Gambians anything? All that should come out.
But who should be more consulting or consultant than the Gambians?
The Gambians themselves. Yeah, exactly.
You have said you wanted a constitution because the constitution that is there, 1997, is wrong. Even though Halifa and other people said, you know what, let's see how we amend it. We have what it tells. We failed to listen. Now we say we need a new constitution. We had it. 2020. You did all the things. Of course, it's not perfect. But it can still go, and we do amendments as time passes. You decided to forget about the entirety of that and go in for your cabinet-decided constitution. And you want to tell Gambians you really respect them? You really value their contributions?
Nope.
It is not. But still, he's winning. So what we need to do is, let's come together and talk to the Gambians.
Yeah.
Let Gambians see their place in Barrow's government. That way, they will fight together and get him out. Yes.
Mr. Touray, yes, so what of Bantaba, but we start la bunela. Ni if you have anything to.
Yes, Buba be tentula be jaila back and be nene tentula back for I mean such a formidable passing of this very country because nene momo yale fo yale neko Gambia moko nyor. And then ala integrity or supersede personal gains. Te lolu dañ mako dey observe. Nit ku nekk yaa moom sa boppa de bon de nit yi ñi nga xam ne seen bët yi ak seen gis ñoom moom seen xalaat nit yi ñoo ko moom so ku nekk soo bëgg a di jaaxa sa boppa si social media for exemple nit yi yëpp moom dina wax nene ba kana danko parce que mooy ne fa buña drong mool ke buña and then MC fanang molo mate mi alon ko alhamdulillah mashallah MC nkaji be back and na jele ko molo mi alon ko dafa tey amo good listener MC because they are tara wuri kam Dudu Jafa na
MC Bugut Show.
No.
MC Bugut Show. I always say it. Kunya one ma MC Lia dama jote MC dama la ne yako togn. Full explain ça. Na MC yo jote yako togn. Lan mo xew. Waaw lolu bay xew dama dika yako togn lu xew.
Dudu fanang alhamdulillah mashallah. Dudu multi is a very resourceful young man and then Tonya mba encourage la you know, admonize to join us and then find solutions. Kaje ko mbe banko falina nyo nyami. And then likewise Abdullah Fanang kal be la moyle. Bal tentula baki. Bal jay la be lo nyami ka banko kan. Amanken tolde because until we are not youths anymore. Until we are over the threshold. Se ba jalal ko dinduma min be koma. We all
ni be baro youth movement ite mu youth dem de ni man tara youth bari baro NPP kono ite be consider youth la de
mene diaspora mo be kontonam na chapter ni memo UDP finance chapter be konton currently we have number of our members many are there on holiday and then be UDP then Galakela and you know jumo be na Galakela so naji ko be mo be de la jele because na fero so je pour ka banko bondilom amanke mfon la posho de. Now next year na as the campaign and organizing committee chairman na Seattle na award letter host the next convention in the US 2025. Then we'll have series of other programs, fundraisings, Sweden, then gas, Spain, Italy, France, you know, different countries, name them. Yeah, what is that? Okay, sorry. But anyway, when I was in UDP Diaspora, so go for it. A bit of minute to put a colony in banko, banko falling.
No, we just sent invoice.
I invoice key. Forward to UDP.
I have my boss there. My boss is Karafa Aning Talib. It's all on the boss there because one of they are campaign organizing and I'm campaign organizing. You understand? So you can send it to Karafa Talib.
Bring a Talib mention then. Nimba vote la. Ate vote la. Parce que mo be jang. Talib la ko. Abuka ko.
Okay. Allah baraka baki mbal tentu lambal jalan kontan ba.
ala barka bake mbaɗigol nga tentuka je bake Bob Touré mi alon ko ngatele soto no bi on the grand Bantaba ngal be tentuka li jay bake mol mi alon ko lebe programme no makan no Gambia jang anin Gambia Bantala ba fulale ko ala barka bake of course am bien no bayo kara wolem kam fati creation di nga tentuka je bake ala doku kendo la mi alon ko be wala kika Gambia banko kanja momo lafta ka karali kendo soto al sitano kam fati nal lafta al ba karla jang aka kiale tubabu do milbe Gambia jang fanal sa call nole be of course I'm willing come garaso wa karalo no bakele 523437 wala mala number di 5234379 alsa call no wo number do dron abe karal kendol kela len woto mba fola kerfanda ko wala baraka bake kanyum programme fasa ka sembentu andi alta cordal sanje ila cordalu locational betata bake la barika loro fanan kele natara kene kenson le balbulu korda lorin bandingol fanan be bulle mi alon ko iba wafika ne woto mo be si bari ker fayanda yeta korda sanje na technicianol Charles Elvis Ngom Mustafa Kamara Fat Silla Lamin Diallo mami ngom manin sirewol to le mutam masingol to anin cameral to kunkembe muranale neni ala kidita la be kala arjuma na alalti janni wo bye bye.
Finder is a real estate company that focuses on property development within the Gambia. We pride ourselves with providing not just quality and durable houses, but also state-of-the-art designs tailored to our clients' tastes and expectations. Our unique experience and expertise is second to none in the industry. We are currently building and selling 3-bedroom bungalows at Sukuta Traffic Lights and Jabang. We're also building and selling 3-bedroom story buildings at Sukuta Paradise. Other sites are also in the pipeline. With CareFinder, payment options are available. With just 40% deposit, you can get your house started. For more information, contact us on 329-5188, 727-0049, 709-8418. You can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram at CareFinder. With CareFinder, you are assured of a secure investment.